If you got it, play it. If you got it, play it. I'm sorry, I didn't set it up yet.
All right, I
Yeah,
got you.
people, what's happening? What's happening? It's Blunt Talk Nola Sunday edition. Welcome, welcome, welcome. We got a good one for y'all this Sunday, man. We're talking about the DOGE. What is it? What is it going to be about? What is it for? Um, it's kind of a spring up thing with this one because even though they announced it during his run for presidency, the specifics behind those is something that is said to have already been existence within the government. So
Right, right, right.
I literally, bro, I kid you not, when I looked around for and I asked it several different ways. I said, what is Doge? What is Doge about? Um, what is Doge up to? Like, I even went ignorant with what it's up to. But
Well, I
I
hope you
got all
inform the
kind of,
people on at least a little bit of it, and that's all they need. You know what I'm saying? And we can explain from there, Pete. So
yeah. So what
I'm
what
with you.
I
I'm with you, bro.
found, so what I found doing a Google search on what is Doge. Doge is the Department of Governmental Efficiency, which is supposed to be a governmental agency set for people or for the government to regulate spending, right? If you're going to be a government agency set on regulating government spending, why do we have so much overspending, so much of this, so much constantly having to borrow, this, that, and the other? And these are the things that people have been talking about when it comes to our government for a while. Like, where's all this money going that y'all borrowing? But yet we paying more and more in taxes and seeing less and less results for the things that we're paying for. So what I found was that during his run for president, President Trump talked about President Trump and Elon Musk talked about the Doge, or people are saying as far back as I think it was like 2012, 20 something like that, that he made a comment about Doge, which is a cryptocurrency, and this was back when what's that cryptocurrency? Which one is that? What's the one? Bitcoin. That's what it is. Bitcoin.
Bitcoin.
When Bitcoin,
Yeah.
yeah, when Bitcoin jumped out on the market, you know, Trump was against Bitcoin. It's like, nah, I don't think that's a good idea. It's gonna mess with the market, do this and this and this. And so now all of a sudden, that the creator of Bitcoin, was he assassinated or was he imprisoned or something like that? Whatever happened. Now
Yeah,
all of a sudden,
yeah. They had a big thing going on with that, and that was now. If you think about it, though, that was around the time where, like you saying, he was saying that it wasn't a good thing, but they went on ahead with it after he left presidency.
hmm
So this was still something that he didn't agree with, but at the same time, they went on ahead with the move. So now
right,
that he's back in, I might as well make me a bunk bed. Basically, I might as well make a space since y'all done already set the shit in place. I can't do nothing about it now. Is in place now. So how can I get in front of this more than anything? I think.
okay. Oh, I got a text message from our hot engineer of the weekend. He said he on the way. Okay.
Chop track.
Welcome whenever Child Track step in the building. This will be a good one because I know he got something. He said he said in our group text, he said, I've been told y'all
That's
about it,
right.
man. No more paper
Yeah, he
dollars.
did
Like,
definitely. Yep,
so
we did have a big discussion about that Pete, about the guy that you're
yeah,
talking
he
about.
did.
If you remember a while back, we talked about him getting indicted for a lot of the stuff that was going on. He had some big wigs behind him, like Steph Curry, Shaquille O'Neal, um Tom Brady's wife. You
Wow.
know, these
Yeah.
people
Oh, you know what?
invested.
I do remember that. I
You
do
remember
remember
that?
that now. Yeah.
Yeah, they
Yeah.
invested a lot of money and he got all right. So this is this is like a
A
continuance of something
continuation
that wasn't even supposed to be happening, but
happening.
they let it go through. Right. They they like they
It was
doing
all
right
about the
now.
money.
Fuck what Trump talking
It's all
about.
about the
Yeah,
money.
fuck what he
Right.
talking about.
Yeah. I don't
We
hear
gonna
that
do
shit, Mister.
this. And we do it.
We're gonna do it anyway, and that's
Right.
what the
So
fuck it's
now
gonna be.
exactly 6 years done passed.
So
And
yeah,
now
folks.
motherfuckers
So
wondering what DOGE is. The same thing
right.
with
So
Bitcoin and all the
it's
other shit. It's go ahead, Pete. My bad.
no. I was just letting the people know, but that's what DOGE stands for. Department of Governmental Efficiency. Now, what I know about what they are saying DOGE is supposed to be doing, which is going in, like I say, they're supposed to be cracking down on government oversight, wasteful spending, so on and so forth, right? So
Do you
while
believe that there is
doing,
wasteful spending, Peter? Let me ask you that before you go into your rant.
yes,
Do you believe that there's like people that spending money that they ain't supposed to, and money is transferred and stuff is places where they ain't got no business, and people
yes,
are
yes, I
actually
do.
okay. I'm just asking. Oh,
And I'm gonna give you one of the prime examples of why I say that governmental overspending is a big problem, and that's because if your educational system is jacked up, right? Your whole
ooh, it
educational
is.
system
It
is jacked up
is.
across the board, not just for us southern states or whatever like that. The whole educational system is jacked up, right? But you got hundreds of what I know as millions of people in debt for student loans, right?
Yeah, that's a fact.
Now that was supposed to be about what 2 billion or 20 billion thing, but then they turn around and find out that all of these lenders that were over student loans was basically bamboozling people into,
Mm.
or not into, but bamboozling them when it comes to when you're supposed to make your payment, how much your payment's supposed to be, all kinds of things. Like literally, even down to me, like, dude, them people told me I owed like $66,800 in student debt. And I only went to a 4 or 2 year school. 4 year students
That's crazy.
amassed 120 in 2 semesters, right? That's 2 semesters. I'm in a huh? And look, they told my wife she owed 74. No, I talked to him on the phone in
She could
2018.
have
My
put that
mom
in the
told me
comments.
that no, the 66,800 was the total, including the
She could have
current
put that in
interest.
the
I'm telling you
comments.
what I
We
paid
could
for
have put
school.
it up.
So
Every-
just knowing that, even with the student the financial market with the student loan thing, that was messed up.
Mhm.
Then you look at the healthcare sector. Healthcare, we're paying taxes on our paychecks to go toward Medicaid and so on and so forth. But
Mhm.
if you make over $1 over a certain amount, you no longer qualify for Medicaid. But this is something that you're paying into, right?
Mm. Good
Right.
point. Good point.
Then, even with the food stamps, if you make over a certain dollar amount, you can't get food stamps. But you taking money out of my paycheck every paycheck to pay for something when I say I need help buying food. Now look at the cost of food, right?
It's
Look
like
at the
you don't
cost
need no
of.
help no more once you make over that. So your money
Oh,
goes
that's
to the
what.
person who needs the dollar under, right?
Right.
Whoever
But
make the dollar
again,
under, you give it to them with your money.
right now, let's take into account that you're saying I make over this certain dollar amount, right?
Right. Right.
But you're not taking into account all of the expenses that I have to pay as far as
Oh,
rent,
that's for sure.
the cost of utilities, the cost of car insurance, gas, life insurance, um,
Mhm.
personal hygiene
House
products,
insurance.
house
Yeah, all
insurance,
that.
flood insurance, fire insurance, all these fucking insurances that you need. You can't do nothing because another thing that they want you to do too. If you have a vehicle, they want you to sell your vehicle so you can have some cash. But then that still counts as income. These people like what the
Mm-mm.
fuck?
Dirty work. Scoundrels.
Oh, okay.
Whatever she
I,
telling
I,
you,
I,
tell her put that in the comments.
they
She
put it in
keep
the
talking to
comments.
you, interrupting our
You
show.
won't put
Put
it
it
in the
in the comment.
comments.
You
I'm
keep
gonna
up
start
interrupting our
accepting.
show.
Put it in the comments.
She keep interrupting our show. Tell your wife she's interrupting the show.
So now they don't look at all of those things that we are paying for outside of you already taxing the shit out of us, right? Not to mention the taxes on when we go to the store, the taxes on the dollars that we spend for the insurance. You see what I'm saying? Like when does the
Oh yeah.
taxation stop? So, but now turn around. I don't see nothing in our paychecks that say we're being taxed to support the Department of Defense, which has the largest budget in our country. Nobody says nothing when it comes to that, but the Department of Defense gets, we could say, let's just say the Department of Defense probably gets about 75% of whatever our budget is, right? The
Okay.
annual fiscal budget, look, this is not a finite number with me. This is just me giving you a best estimated guess that it is uh, a 75% of whatever the budget is as far as a number, right? Because they're the largest recipient of our tax dollars. Yet now going forward, did Donald Trump and Elon Musk came with a thing and he said they want to cut military budget by 8%
That bitch had 850 billion too, I think.
as far as what they get per year. Now think about that. Now how much of that goes towards weapon and war that we, the American people, don't even want to be involved in? Why do we keep like you see what I'm saying? So I get it. It's a
Yeah.
double edged sword. And
Exactly.
even with them cutting funding to certain things, the funding that
Mm-hmm.
needs to be cut is definitely need to be coming out of the military because we tired of fighting wars that don't seem to end. We're tired of paying for monetary aid to go to other countries when our country is
Mm.
struggling, right? Our
Mm.
country is struggling. And it is not just we can't even count the 1%ers or the 2%ers or any of them numbers because they're not struggling by any means. We talking about people who are under middle class, the
Yeah,
poor.
they trying to stop AIDS in Israel, so they sent over a couple of tens of millions of dollars over there, P for condoms.
To stop AID or AIDS.
That would Yeah, they say AIDS and HIV and shit, so they spent that much of money to give to them for condoms. They don't have condoms over there, I guess. I don't know.
Oh wait, yeah, I heard them say something about that. And now remember we talked about this a while back too. The so-called giving aid to Africa. What part of Africa? What country in Africa? You can't keep saying Africa, Africa, Africa when Africa is a big continent. You see
It's a
what I'm saying?
continent,
These
not a
people,
not a state.
yeah,
Right.
they steady saying that shit, and then people go for it. Like, yeah, we need to support the people in Africa. What people? There's a whole continent. So you saying you
Mm,
want to support the
that's true.
whole continent of Africa, or just a specific country in Africa? Because if you say it like that, then it'll make sense to me. I want to support the Mozambique people of the country of Mozambique because they're going through this. right? That would make sense. But don't just keep saying Africa because that's fluff to me. That don't mean squat to me because Africa is a big continent, not just one single country. So we gotta start looking at stuff like that. And so that's why you have to look when you think about what Doge is, all this so-called governmental spending and governmental waste and so on and so forth and stuff like that. We gotta start looking at that. And it's kind of
Definitely pay
understandable
attention to
that
both
this is
sides. Yeah.
right because this is what they're basically telling us we need to be on the watch out for, right? The different types of governmental spending. How many people in the federal sector? Oh, that's something else. I got sidetracked. Did
Social
you
Security
know?
too, P.
Oh, wait, I'm about to hit you with this one. Did you know that there are more than 400 different governmental agencies?
I didn't think it was 400, but I knew it was a lot for no goddamn reason. But go ahead, P. Talk
For
that shit.
more than 400. I wind up coming across a video, and I regret that I wasn't able to save that video, but they literally spoke about there being more than 400 governmental agencies. Like, why the fuck do we
Damn,
need
bro,
so many
that's
governmental
crazy
agencies?
work. When
Why?
we
What
thought it was just ATF and FBI, happy. We ain't know nothing
ATF,
about none of them
FBI,
other
Department of
motherfuckers.
Child Social,
Who
the
is the other
Department of Child Social
motherfuckers?
Services, USDA, health and
I
hospitals,
heard about
like
Space Force, P. I heard Trump did say about Space Force. That's the
yeah,
only new
Space
one I
Force.
heard. But what is the other
Yeah,
ones? What is
that's what Space Force is. NASA. But they got two
no,
different
but
ones
what I'm
now. It's
saying
NASA
is
and
okay, but he
Space Force.
told us. He listen to what my point is that he at least he told us that, right? He told us what it was.
Right.
What's the other 400 that you're speaking of, brother? Did Biden tell
Right.
us what's going on with the other one? That's all I'm
Nobody,
saying. That's all I'm saying.
but nobody.
Tell me who the
That's the
other ones
thing.
is.
Who are these other 400
What
motherfuckers?
is
Oh,
these
wait.
people?
Wait, we left
Yes.
out one.
And
We
y'all
left out
spending
one.
my
And this,
money.
when we left out one, the CI goddamn eight. We
We
left
know
them
about
out.
that one. Thank you. That's another familiar
You see
folk,
what I'm
right?
saying?
That's another
We know
familiar folk.
about
But we know
the
that one.
ones that
Yeah,
they
we
want
know
to put
that
in
one,
front
B.
of the
That's what I'm saying.
Wow.
Give us the other one. We done named about 5, though. You said 400 just now, Brown. Brown, you
Right.
said 400. So
400.
I just want to be specific too. Like, I feel like the people feel when you say that. Like, I don't want to hear that
They
nobody
have
is
it.
knowing what's going on. Yeah, like tell me something about one, at least one of them that we don't know. Two of them, or what they doing for what they. I gotta go look all that up, and that's the fucked up part with the people be feeling like, y'all have all these commercials, y'all have all these shows, y'all have all this shit on TV, but y'all don't take no time to spend no money on getting people to tune into a commercial where it show you your laws, your amendments, who is the branches over governments. 30-second commercial,
Mhm.
P. Just to list
Right.
them right quick. That's not gonna hurt nobody, dog. But they decide not
Not
to,
at all.
and I guarantee you that's for a reason, Ron. So
It's always for a
I like to
reason.
pay attention to both sides. I like to
Because
pay attention to both sides. Well, it
what
is
we know.
everything is for a reason, but you get what I'm saying. Like, right, what is y'all reason if y'all supposed to be looking for the people then? If y'all
Exactly.
supposed to be looking out
Right.
for the people, then what is that reason that you don't show this then, right? It makes
Mm-hmm.
people feel like you're not to be
You're hiding
trusted, and
something.
that's what I'm speaking on. You right, there you go.
You're
It just
hiding
seems like
something.
it. If
And
you're not gonna tell
what's
me, like,
crazy is,
yeah,
and what's really, really crazy is, bro, is we've, I'm gonna say my generation. We've had people in our generation, which my generation, your generation, say that. We've had people in our generation tell us, "Hey, the government is not to be trusted," right? But they
yeah. You
never
what
said
you Gen
specifically.
X, huh, P? You would be
Yeah.
Gen X, right? Yeah.
They've never said to us, why shouldn't we trust the government? Other than just don't trust the government. Well, what specific reason would you have to tell us? Now we're seeing that, okay, one, the government lies about a lot of shit, right?
I'm about to tell
We
you,
know the
damn
government
near
is lying
everything.
about a lot of shit.
Shit.
right? Damn near everything. So if we know the government is lying about that, what else do we know that our government is keeping from us, right? What specific items
Yes,
do
sir.
we need to be on the watch for? Should we continue paying taxes? I wanted to bring
Mm.
this up on our last episode Friday because
Mm.
a lot of people don't know that um,
Nola
the
Fact said something and
Constitution
she
is
left something
supposed.
in here.
Okay,
Go ahead, go ahead. No,
food
finish your
taxes based
statement, P, and just
off
read it afterwards. Finish your
Okay.
statement. Just finish your. I
But
ain't
a
mean to
lot of
cut you
people
off, but
don't
just finish your
know
statement, bro.
that the Constitution. I wanted to say this last week, or not last week,
Right,
Friday
right,
when we
right.
did the show about the Constitution. That the
No, I know what you're
Constitution
talking
is
about. Right.
supposed to be rewritten every 8 years.
Oh. They ain't told you about Joe Biden ain't said nothing about that shit?
Nobody, not
Oh,
none of these presidents said nothing about that shit. That the Constitution is supposed to be rewritten every 8 years, and that's to only be able to
damn.
keep up
I'm
with the
the reason
times.
why I said Obama, because Trump just got in. So, ain't like he did the full 8 years. Who did full 8 years and didn't tell us about this shit, P?
Barack Obama,
My bad. I'm
George
sorry. I
Bush,
apologize. You could keep going.
uh,
You could keep. I'm
George
I'm
Bush
sorry,
Senior,
P. I ain't want you to
Ronald Reagan.
remember. My P,
I
I didn't
said,
want you to remember,
no,
P. My bad, bro. I'm sorry. I told you I'm sorry. I said I'm sorry. You can continue.
yeah. But she
Y'all gotta
started.
start
Okay, so
thanking
Nola
people.
Factor
Stop trying to
Receipt
blame
say.
people and thank.
Okay, Nola Factor Receipt say we don't pay into Medicaid, we pay into Medicare, which the sick and elderly gets. Medicaid is
Mm-hmm.
government assistance based off your local area and funding in your state budget. But
Mm-hmm.
they couldn't just.
Mm-hmm.
I'm kind of leery on
So
that
what's
one, Factor Receipt, because if they still get federal funding, not just state funding. You see what I'm saying? I don't think they get. Yeah, you get a budget every year, but the problem is a lot of that budget comes from the federal market.
and so where the money at then? That's what P asking. Where's the money? Because ain't no way ain't no they not taking care of enough people then if it go like that.
Right. That's.
If it if
I don't know if you hear
Go ahead,
Silent
go
on
ahead, go
that,
ahead,
but
go ahead, P. No, go ahead,
Silent
P. No,
saying
go
that
ahead, P. Go ahead, P.
where's the money because they're not taking care of enough of the people with the money that they.
Get on your own ass, bruh. They take your money out of your check.
So so basically, everybody who feels like
Oh
Medicaid is
no.
being used unjustly needs to go down, call for an order, see where all of the money from Medicaid is being spent, and then turn around from that audit and say, well, hey, if this is how much money the state is giving to so many residents per that's on Medicaid, where's the rest of that money going? Okay. Why should we have to keep calling them? You see what I'm saying? No, our job as a citizen
P.
is not to
P,
have to
you're on
keep
the show,
calling the
P. P, you're on
motherfucker
the
to tell
show. P,
them
you're on the show.
hey,
You keep forgetting you're on the show, bro. You're talking to other people too, bro.
get
You
it,
can't just talk
jump
to us.
on the show. Go to the top, jump in the link, follow the link. Go to
Tell
the
her,
top of the
tell
comment.
her jump in the stream. Yeah, tell her jump in. She could come speak on it instead of talking to you on the outside. Cause she gotta remember too when y'all having a conversation, y'all talking to other people as well. So you can't just jump off like
Allow.
we on the phone. You have to
Hold
show that
on.
respect
Make sure it's working.
to the audience. Sorry about that, audience. I apologize, but you know this how it goes sometimes. It be great. It be great conversations and people want to
Oh,
interact, but sometimes they gotta realize that other people are interacting as well with us. So we have to all let everybody be into our conversations. We can't just talk to each other when we're on the stream. Okay, so I apologize, people. P dot, you get what I'm saying, though?
yes, sir.
All right, let's roll, player.
Hold on, I'm helping Nola Fact and Receipts get in so she could jump in the.
Shout out to the people that's gonna be in the building later on, man. Shout out to everybody who in here right now, man. We appreciate y'all. We want your perspective as well. Hit the comments later if you're watching on the replay or whenever you jump in. If y'all catch something fire, jump in and don't hesitate, man. Because this is how we keep this going. We can all just sit there and talk to each other, but when we bring this up forth to a platform, then it's like we standing on a stage and we're projecting. So if somebody is standing down in the audience, whatever they saying, you can't hear them anyway if you're on the stage.
Okay.
So
there we go.
We're looking at it from that situation. Hello, hi. Speak before you run your mouth.
Doing? This Nola
Thank
Faction
you.
receipt.
All right, Nola. Yo, what's up?
Okay.
Say what you're saying, baby.
He's misspeaking about a lot of things, which we have to understand as people. Yeah, we citizens. We vote for these people that we elect to represent us. But if somebody not representing you properly, you gonna continue letting them represent you improperly? You gotta get up
not. I hope not.
Yeah, you gotta get up and do your duty. You gotta get up and do your duty as far as regulating them, which means you got to call and check on them and say, hey, this is not what I elected you for. You don't continue letting them do it. And that's why our people fall short. Our generation don't get up and make them phone calls. We have the technology. Now they email and everything else. They have different ways that we can contact our elected officials. You don't necessarily have to pick up a phone and call them, but you can email them. They have social media just like we do. And they have people that govern their social media. So you could get the word in. A lot of times we petition people for things. Like, I'm going to give the example of the people that's going up for capital punishment. When they're getting ready to get killed or whatever, we petition. We show our voice so the governor could hear us and be like, okay, so many people say this not cool, this ain't right. Maybe I need to investigate in it. But if you don't get enough people to do a petition, enough people to call, the governor don't care because he feel like y'all don't care. Does that make sense?
Oh, yeah, because he going to definitely spend that fucking money.
But the reason a lot of the things... He going to take him a
fire-ass trip right to Tijuana or some fucking well.
A Doge?
With your money.
How you pronounce it? Doge? A Doge? Doge. Okay, the Doge works two ways. It could benefit us in one way, and it could not benefit us in another way. We've been needing somebody to oversight and comb through all the shenanigans that's been going on in our government, because our government has been failing us. That's true. But you got somebody that is not an elected official. People didn't say, hey, we wanted this person appointed. So it doesn't, and Trump is overstepping. Just because he's president don't mean he get to do some of the things that he's doing. And a lot of people don't understand. He could sign 1,000 executive orders. If it's not into law, it's not law. Just because he says something don't mean nothing.
Hey, no, but he say he the devil and all that. What you think about all that?
I'm trying to believe it, and I want to go back and look at what that. Remember that movie, The Omen?
He the devil?
Yeah, I believe it.
I'm sorry.
You ever looked at the movie The Omens? Is that the name how you pronounce it? Omen. They got like I don't know how many, like 1, 2, 3, and 4, or 1, 2, 3, something like that. One of them last ones, somebody became president or something. I need to go back and revisit that because I feel like some of those things that's in the episode of that movie is actually going on right now. But I can't find it on nothing free to watch, so it looks like I might have to pay for it. Y'all ever saw it? The series of it?
Yeah, I know exactly.
They have an episode. Exactly I was a teenager or something, and I wasn't allowed to watch it like I wanted to. But he was becoming president, or somebody in the family was becoming president. I'm not sure, but they got a lot of what we got going on right present day.
But can I just add something to what you're saying?
Go ahead.
The Antichrist supposed to have one eye and one arm too. Did you know that about the Omen movie?
But can he
So when I
reflect
see that,
his
I'd
uh
probably be a little more
his
closer to what you
physical?
said. I don't take him
Can
as
he
a
reflect
devil.
his physical in a way that
I think the
we would
government
have
are
to see
scared.
him
Look,
in the spiritual in order to see
okay.
that?
Well, you probably would have to be more indulged into, you know, spiritual content, right? Or Gnostic knowledge, right? Or stuff that's past due to what you're seeing right now, right? You can't just put it to certain things that you see and then implement it to, because everything could have its, it's things that collides with each other, right? Like certain things. Think about did you heard about the Illuminati cards, the Illuminati game
Mm-hmm.
where they play the little cards? So these cards been coming up too with certain stuff, right?
Okay.
And Trump one of the people on the card, good or
Mm.
bad. He's on the card for doing the same stuff. So my thing is labeling everybody we don't like as the devil is fucking us up as well. Because we said the same shit about Bush. I don't know if you remember that, but Bush
Mm-hmm.
was the devil too. Bush was the devil. They wanted Clinton to run again. This nigga already did 8 years. They wanted him to run again. So,
No, Clinton only
just
did
basing it
four.
Oh,
off
Clinton
I'm
that.
only
glad you
did
said
four.
that about Clinton running again,
No, go
because
ahead, y'all.
something that
Yeah,
P.
y'all.
Dot said about every 8 years, it was never mentioned in the Constitution. It's supposed to be done every 8 or 9 years. It's supposed to be every 19.
Oh,
It the
oh, I believed you, P. You said 8 years. P, you supposed to.
yeah,
Every 8 years.
George
Think about it.
Washington
Every
wanted
time
it
you get a
regulated
new
every
president.
19 years, or Benjamin Franklin, one of the two. I'm not exactly sure. I have to go back and look, but it's either George Washington or Benjamin Franklin. One of them old white people. I don't know, but it was supposed to be every 19 years, and the reason being because that would be a full cycle of a child becoming an adult. So every time somebody else became an adult within those 2 decades, then they look a view on the world would be different than the perspective of somebody that was 70, 80 years old.
Right.
And to keep
No,
up
that's a
with the
fact because we talking about
times.
generations. Yeah,
Yeah,
you
yeah,
talking
to
about
keep up with the
generations,
times.
changing
But
generations over
the
time.
whole
Yeah,
Constitution, I don't know if he's looking at it that way. The whole Constitution is not to be rewritten. That's why we have what's called amendments. And the amendments are to be
exactly.
tweaked every so often.
Or
And
I
revamp or
believe they
made
only
yeah,
did
or
more,
it.
right?
revamp.
They
Yeah.
could make another minute.
Only because they
Yeah,
didn't
they could
want
make
to have to
another one too.
erase certain parts
But
of the
also,
Yeah,
Constitution.
remember he
I
said
just
something,
told P
y'all.
that about
See,
13th Friday. Shout out.
I haven't been able to
Exactly.
get on because we got 7 children. Well, eight. Is it six? No, it's 8 children. 8 children running around. So I'm trying to keep them at bay while he's on the podcast. But there's something in,
Shout out to you.
oh my God, what is it, y'all? Okay, I don't know what grade it was for y'all because it was different for me. But my 5th grade year, I had a male teacher. All my teachers have been predominantly female until college. But the only male teacher, physically teacher that I had that wasn't a substitute, Mr. Franklin, I hope he's still alive. Um, he was my 5th grade teacher. And that was the time that we learned the preamble to the Constitution. And he was real heavy into history and stuff like that and social studies. And the things that I learned in his class, I didn't revisit it again
Right.
until I want to say 7th, 8th grade when we had civics. I
Civics
know
and
it was in
social
ninth.
studies.
Yes, I hated civics, but it was so much to learn that's
Yeah, and the thing is,
presentable to this day.
the
But
civics
that shit
teacher
that
I
tedious.
had was up in
Civics is
age,
so
so she was
tedious.
during that time of the civil rights or whatever. So she contradicted a lot of the things that was in our book. And so that gave me, I'm one of the people
Right,
that want to
right.
find out extra. So I'm one of the people, even though I didn't want to be in the library, I'm bringing myself to the library. But back then we had the encyclopedias and stuff like that. So I visited the library a lot, and you were able to check things out, and you learn more than what was actually taught within the class. And then when you bring it back to the class, we end up talking about the subject but getting off subject because now you're learning what the book didn't want to tell you. And
Gotcha.
what I've
Yeah.
noticed, because we have children that's in school, Right now, we have children that's in college, that's in junior high and elementary, that's in the physical school system, and we have two that's not, that's being homeschooled. What I've noticed, um, through the homeschool, they have a library, and the library is not limited because a lot of schools are getting banned books and things. I've noticed that a lot of things that we learned in high school, elementary, whatever, in the school system itself, didn't they teach you some of the things, but they're not gonna teach you everything. So you have to be the person to know how to go and dig deep into, get into that wormhole or that
That's
rabbit hole or
facts.
whatever to learn
To see what
something.
else going on, because they're only
Yeah.
gonna tell you the
So
surface. You're right about that.
my fourth grader is high on the spectrum when it comes down to his intellect, but his behavior is off the chart. So him being homeschooled is a little bit more beneficial than him being in the actual school. He knows the work, but I really believe he's smarter than me. It's just that he hasn't been introduced to everything. But I've learned some things about the United States map that I wouldn't have never learned in actual school, but through his homeschool. I'm like, well, damn, I'm learning with him. I didn't know that these different continents and things are actually bigger than what is being depicted on
Yes,
the
ma'am.
map. And the map that
You know
we
what we
have
got
been
taught about?
taught is
Yeah,
the map.
look, we got taught about McGraw Hill books. Remember McGraw Hill? It said on the
Uh-huh.
side of your book.
Yep.
McGraw Hill. These people are a part of organization that they have set in place to teach people this false doctrine.
Yes.
So that's what you're referring to.
What's that?
At the
What's
same time,
the old white
yeah.
lady, Jane something? That always she's short.
Jane Elliott. That got the
Yeah.
talk about the race theory,
I
right?
just learned from her
Jane
today
Elliott, Miss Jane
about
Elliott.
the map,
Come
and the
on.
reason why the map is the way it is because they want to depict Christianity and push their rules and their false narrative on you, and
Y-
where the equator's
Yeah,
supposed to be and all this type of stuff here. And she
yeah.
showed the actual map. And something I learned from my
Mhm.
son in homeschool, how big Russia was and how big Greenland
Yeah.
was and this, that, other. And I'm like, my mindset,
Africa itself,
I would
South
never
America, bigger than
understand.
what it is. Yeah.
Yeah, I would never understand how big something is until I started to travel. And because we local New Orleans people, we so used to just this regular New Orleans. When Katrina hit, it opened our eyes on a lot of stuff because we got to travel the world. A lot of my
They say
people.
Canada and them got free health care. What you think
Yeah.
about that, Nola Fact?
Oh, I know, and I like the school system too.
Why
I
we ain't
want to
got
do.
it? So
I
why we
want
got to talk
to.
about Medicare and all that? Why are we even having these conversations if they know they could do it, right?
Because
Let's think
that
about this.
1% wants to stay in control.
See?
The
All right.
1% wants to stay in control.
Go ahead, Pete.
But
Go ahead,
remember,
Pete. You good, bro? That's
we
all I
have
want.
what? How
That's what
many
I'm trying
children
to
we
tell you.
got, babe?
As
We
much
got
as we want to
11.
control
We got
what we
11
can
children
control,
living, right? We got 11 different children, and if I base everything off the kids, each one of them come with a different personality, and some on the spectrum, some off the spectrum, some just I don't know what the hell to say about them, but it is what it is. But when I look at all my 11 kids, you have to parent each one of them different. You got to listen to each one of their own individualities, their own little. They all have their own little quirks, their own little likes and dislikes or whatever. I can't make one kid feel the same way as the other kid. Some kids you can't satisfy, and some you can, and each one of them come differently. And I feel like the world is the same way, right? So we got what's called our state government and our local and everything, with the cities or whatever.
that's right.
But you got our
Them
overall
local
state and we got our
bastards.
overall country, which
Mhm.
is basically what the president do. But he still don't supersede a lot of stuff. Stop. Because you
We still got the
have,
House of Representatives.
yeah,
Don't
you
forget
got
about the House.
you got your
All
house.
right.
What you got? You got it's three things.
The U.S. Congress, you got the Senate, you got the presidency, you got the government.
No, it's three things, not the
Oh, she
presidency.
talking
It's
about
the
the
three things.
judicial,
You
the
got your
judicial
your
system.
judicial, your
Yeah.
legislative, and the other one, executive. Okay, the executive. I heard how I broke it down to my friend recently. The executive is like the grandfather that oversee everything, right? But then you got the legislative, that's the person that write all the laws. Normally the person in the household that should write all the laws should be the father, right? But then you got the judicial, uh they the ones that gonna interact the laws and tell you, hey, this is the
Make them
time
happen.
frame you
Yeah,
get for
hit
X,
the
Y, and
gavel.
Z. Yeah,
Yeah, they let it pass. Yeah, they the judges and stuff
our
like that. Yeah,
as
when it goes.
citizens, we elect people and then we let these
Hmm.
people sit in office forever till they decrepit. And these
And guess
decrepit
what,
people,
Nola? Some of them jobs. Guess what? When we put them in office, some of those jobs, they don't tell us that they in them jobs forever.
yeah.
Oh,
And the thing is, how do it
we
pass
didn't know
on?
that.
Don't if you elected and you in it and you die, then one of your family members take over your position.
No.
That's
Somebody else
crazy
take over
work.
your position.
Yeah, so it's a lot of
Sometimes they do.
corruption
The
that
wife
we're
do
not
take
paying
over the
attention
husband
to.
position sometimes in some of those
It's a
offices.
lot of corruption. It all depends
But
on
they
what
keep
what
they keeping
she's
the same
allowed to
partners
do.
in. That,
You know,
you know what? That's just like washing your hands in some damn Earl. If you don't put the proper soap on it, you can still have a damn Earl on it, and they just keep the same Earl on their damn hands
exactly.
on a constant. And we complain about it, but complaining don't get nothing done. And something I learned before I quit my job is I always was the person to rah 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 go to the meeting and y'all talked all this stuff. Then at the meeting, I'm the only one rah rah rah, and so it's because I'm young that the older people don't want to listen to me, or I don't understand this, or I don't understand that. But then when I decided to
They
sit
got a
back, oh
plan.
well, Tamika, why you didn't say so? I ain't say nothing because you ain't say nothing.
Oh, they got a plan. See, that should tell you right then and there if you're really actually paying attention to them. A lot of these people are not, especially older. They're not out here to benefit what you talking about. They don't want you to
No,
say nothing because what they're going through right now is the way they needed to go so they could benefit from it. A lot of times people don't understand that the
yeah,
people that we put in office, they're not actually looking out for you. They're using you to get
it's
into
time for
office
things
so
to
they
go.
could spend what they're going to spend. So, that's one of the things we got to look out for. Like when they was talking about the DEI thing, I just showed y'all Al Sharpton stood in front of Costco's with these people and told these people, yeah, we might boycott, but until we boycott, we gonna buy in. That's what he said, no effect.
Wow.
So you know what that means? He sat out there and gave people how many ever he had. He gave them $150 vouchers to go into Costco's and buy something. How much is $150 and how much that can get you in this economy today? And this nigga talking about we're not going to boycott. We're going to buy in. So just looking
Mm.
at all those things,
He
just think
looking at
about
his
it
better
from
dollar,
that
not the
perspective.
overall
Because
perspective of the
people,
people.
they're gonna look dead in your face and they're gonna convince you that this is what you need to do. And they lying.
Mm-hmm.
They lying. They
Mm-hmm.
telling you a good ass story. All these females, with we want our black women to be in all these offices, but we want them to do right as well. We don't just want y'all in office. So when we catch y'all doing something, don't look at it as if, oh, this is a setback. Oh, they've been doing this. No, you're held to another accountability. You know why? Because you're black. You're supposed to understand. All these things are supposed to be held accountable when we get in the office. That's why when we see our people do this, it's raising you said like it's raising our antennas as black men, looking at it like, wait, y'all told us this. We was going by this. So now that we see this, we gotta make sense of it now. Because y'all doing the same shit that y'all say we wasn't supposed to be fucking doing. Or they wasn't supposed to be doing. They racist when they do that. But when your black ass get in there, what is it now? Because you're doing the same
Mm-hmm.
shit he did. So what is it
Mm-hmm.
now? Right? You don't have nothing to call it now. And that's the point that I think
That,
me and P
that's
be
why I'm
trying to
done with Oliver
get
Twist.
our people to understand, right? You got people right up under your nose lying to you and telling you what it is, but they're actually getting something because they're getting their hands washed. But great points though, Nola. Great points.
All right, folks. So our next line of business. Thank you, Nola Factors and Seeds, for the great insight and information. And for those that's listening, our listeners out there that'll be checking us out on the rebroadcast, Nola Facts and Receipt, that's my wife. That's why she call herself Nola Facts and Receipt. So I want y'all to like I say, man, the link be in the comments. If you want to jump up and talk to us about
It's
what's
at
going
the
on the
top
show,
of the
follow
comments.
the
It's at
link.
the top. Scroll to the
If
top
it don't be
and
at
hit
the
the
top,
link.
whenever we go through that, it just look for the link. Just go through the comments, look for the link, and it'll be right there. Follow the prompts, create your username, bam, you in. And we, like I
Appreciate
say,
y'all
we
too.
say it all the
Appreciate y'all.
time. We always
Yeah, we
welcome
accept all
change.
that.
You know what I'm
Bring the
saying?
smoke. Bring the motherfucking smoke.
So, one of the things that I'm glad we even on this topic about the way they got this is going with um what is this thing I'm talking about? Shit.
These people is not
The
low cost
government, right? The
and
Doge. So I want y'all to understand that when we talk about the Doge, think about this. Everybody's paying high prices on something, right? What's the number one thing that and this ain't nothing I'm making up now. This is something we know for a fact. It started in New York when y'all would see Walmart's literally empty, like whole grocery stores. And then always, if you notice, they always show you Walmart first, right?
yeah.
What's the one thing that they went to complaining about on the East Coast, right? One of one of the comedians was like, they talking about a shortage on chicken wings. How you have a shortage on chicken wings? I think that was from Cat Williams too. How you have a short on chicken wings, but not a shortage on chicken itself, right?
He got
So
buku
make
heads,
that
huh?
make sense for yourself. You got a shortage on chicken
Thighs and
wings,
shit.
but not a shortage on chicken itself.
Chicken
Well,
itself.
now we so called have a shortage on chicken, and
Of
the
course we
price
do.
of eggs have
Going to
skyrocketed,
Mexico.
right?
I'm going to
The
Mexico.
prices
Mexico chopping them bitches up right in front of your face. They ain't got no shortage.
for the low, for the fofo, right?
I seen the lady on on Instagram or it was YouTube Shorts, P. This lady recorded herself going to the meat
The
market, right?
market,
They
yeah,
had the chickens hanging up, free range. She picked the one she wanted. That nigga pulled that bitch down and chopped him up with scissors, nigga. I'm talking about cut him to perfection. Slap the leg, the breast. She said, I want the cut the breast down for me in the 4 pieces. That nigga chopped the breast of the whole chicken, nigga, and then took the breast off, cut it, cleaned it, and then and sliced that bitch in the 4 and put that bitch in a bag too. I said, motherfucker. The shit rang up. The shit was like 200 and something, whatever the money was over there in Mexico, right? In our money,
hmm,
$4.
that's right. What
A
they
whole
say,
chicken, P.
$1 10 pesos over there in Mexico or something like that. You know what I'm
Four
saying?
dollars,
One
nigga.
dollar over
She
here is
walked away
ten
with
pesos
a
over there
whole chicken
for $4. You
for four
can't buy
bucks,
a
nigga.
piece. You can't buy a single piece of chicken over here, and let alone try to talk about getting 4 pieces or a whole chicken for $4. So
And that
look,
bitch
this is
was
what I
fresh,
want
P.
y'all
That
to
bitch
see.
wasn't in no plastic. That bitch wasn't in nothing. That bitch was hanging up when he kissed the motherfucker.
Cut that motherfucker
The
down.
bitch was yeah, bro. That bitch was in the bag when he get. That's the only time that bitch was in the bag when he gave it to her, nigga. So
Huh.
we
That
talking
just go
about
to show you
fresh.
though.
I'm just saying, we
So
fucked
look,
up,
check
bro.
this out.
We got chicken that been sitting in that bitch for months or weeks, as they say. Yeah, I'm listening. Go ahead.
Look, frozen at that. So check this out. Welcome to the building, Chop Track. I see you, brother.
Chop track.
So check
I'm
this
trying to
out
get
for
my
the
shit
end
to
of the
load, bro.
week.
My shit been tripping. I don't know what's going on.
All right, I got you covered. So check this one out, y'all.
I'm a chicken farmer and they are bullshitting you about the reasons why your eggs are so expensive. Listen, when you consider the fact that we consume over 9 billion chickens a year and just in meat alone, there's over in 2023 we had over 382 million egg laying hens in this country alone, and so far we've only lost 300 million birds worldwide. It doesn't make sense. They say the same shit every year. I know it because I'm a chicken farmer. I see the same alerts. And I see the same opportunities to jack up prices, and yet I choose not to. Listen, when you look at these large facilities, a lot of these birds aren't dying of bird flu. They are dying of neglect. They don't give the vegan vitamins, oregano, all the supplements they are supposed to be getting. They're getting in these mega facilities, and these birds are dying of disease and neglect. And every time a bird dies, they say bird flu. I'm telling you, they're bullshitting you.
They need to go fix the bed so they can lay down.
Hey, I need to know this. Was that video that I just presented, was it on screen or do I need to play it again?
Yeah, it was on screen.
Okay. I was just trying to make sure, but that's something right there that a chicken farmer was saying, right? That
Right.
these birds are not dying from bird flu. And that kind of makes you wonder, why is it that that's the first thing they go to when they want to jack the price up on something? Oh, they got bird flu. Uh, and I'm gonna say this: the only reason I think they're using bird flu
That's your local news, bro.
uh, as a thing is because during the 1918 bird flu or swine flu pandemic that they had in 1918, that too was something that was set by the government, right? And they told people, "Oh yeah, it's a bad case of bird flu going around," and they forced people to take those shots, and people was getting sick. One lady actually became paralyzed from the neck down from taking those shots that the government recommended that everybody take back then. Like she was one of the most severe cases. Other people got sick, but she got sick and became paralyzed from the neck down because of the shot and the way it interacted with her body. Right. So that's one of the things that we got to look at. And um, I've heard somebody say in a video on Instagram a while back that they the USDA was somebody from the USDA put out like a statement saying that they ordered 300 something thousand chickens to be killed. That's a lot of chicken, right? That's a hell of a lot of chicken. And then to turn around from that and jack the prices up on the food or chicken, and then use the fact that chickens are supposedly dying from bird flu. Well, we got an actual chicken farmer who raises chicken, and he says what? No, it ain't that. These chickens is dying from neglect, from not being treated properly, not being given the medicine that everybody's supposed to be taking vitamins and minerals and nutrients, but you got chickens living in the same place by the thousands, right? They're going to eat whatever they can eat. And even if it means eating other chickens' poop, they're going to eat it. And then when they get sick, oh, they got bird flu. No, they got sick from eating other bird poop. You know what I'm saying? It's the same thing like once we found out what tilapia, especially farm raised tilapia, not wild caught, man, ain't no way I eat tilapia again because it's the same thing. They living in the same tank, they eating the same food, and they literally eating and breathing and sleeping in their own filth. So when we hear about bird flu, swine flu, this, that, and the other, that's what we need to start taking into consideration.
Hey, bro. Tell that to a homeless nigga, man.
And homeless nigga been went out there and caught that chicken, you'll be wondering what you smelling cooking in your backyard and
That
fucking with that
nigga,
bitch be roasting
that
that
nigga eat
motherfucker.
your ass. You bullshit. Somebody, somebody hungry enough, dog. You know, it's the famine and shit. It's the neglect of the people that helps this industry do what they're doing. If you think about it, right? Because if we actually let people, farm on their own and raise their own chickens and have their own energy, they probably couldn't
This would
preach the
make
bullshit that they're preaching on the news, right? Because people be doing
facts.
it on their own. They'd be like, "What the fuck y'all talking about? I'm raising chickens right the fuck now." So when it becomes a big commodity like that, people got to understand why. See, the dope
Mm-hmm.
dealer don't give a fuck if that shit baby powder. If you feel like selling you some whams, he wants your money. He don't give a fuck about you getting high. He know you want to get
Mm-hmm.
high, so you would buy from him, even though this shit is fake. But guess what
Mm-hmm.
you gonna do? You gonna still buy.
You gonna still buy it. And
And
then
guess
even
what?
after you buy
And
it, you
guess what
gonna go
happens to
back
your
again.
money? And guess what happens to your money?
It's
You don't
gone.
get it back because it's fake. Exactly. You see what I'm saying? You don't get your money back. They done already got you. So this is the same thing with that. This is why people got to understand about big corporations that tries to so-called help farmers versus independent farmers who actually try to push their product.
Right.
Yeah,
Yeah, because the
these are the
independent
people who
farmer.
these people they're not getting the commercials like Sanderson Farm and them. They got chicken though, but they're not getting promoted. So what happens to their
Mm-hmm.
chicken? They got more chicken than they're actually selling, Pete. But they ain't gonna tell you that. They ain't
Exactly.
gonna tell you go buy from that nigga. Yeah, we got a chicken shortage. No, you don't want to buy from that nigga. That nigga got chicken. Go get his chicken. What's the problem?
Right. Give me some of that free
Oh, he's
range
not a part of
chicken.
y'all little partners and shit. He's not a part of the corporations that you deal with. And this is the fuck shit we be talking about too as well. We gotta
Mm-hmm.
understand people getting cut out of this shit too, bro. While we trying to,
Definitely.
blame representatives. We're not understanding what they're doing with these farmers. These people gave out grants and shit for black farmers a while back. I'm gonna say about 6 years back, man. This shit probably still available to this day.
Yep.
So if you can't raise chicken, Pete, why would you give grants to black farmers? So certain shit pertains to what a lazy consumer that just go to the store and depend
They
on these
bank on you being
corporations.
lazy.
There you go. They
They
depend on
bank
these
on you not doing the
corporations.
research. Bank on you. That's why you think people everybody fall for that trap of putting their children on medication versus being a parent. That's what I say.
Instead of being right there to see the
Because
reactions
they
and
be
shit, to
looking
know
for
the
it right then
child,
and
right?
there fixed like, oh,
Because
the
no
motherfucker
effect
too
just
hype,
said
but
it.
he
Every
that hype.
child different.
Getting on my nerves that
That's
he
right.
that hype, but he not. Get it, do some shit to calm him down. You ain't gotta just a pill or diagnose, whatever like that shit. The man might just need fresh air and somebody to spend time with him or so. But to keep from doing that, motherfuckers will diagnose him with something or say,
If y'all don't care about y'all kids, but y'all care about animals, think about a pit bull. You
I'm
can't
just
keep
saying.
a pit bull in that house all day. He gonna tear that motherfucker up.
Unless you
Because
keep
he's
him in the
supposed to be out
cage.
there running and shit.
Unless you keep
Go
him
ahead,
in the
keep him in the
cage.
cage too. He still gotta go outside.
Yep. And when it's time for him to get
That nigga
outside,
gonna be
that
wild as
motherfucker
fuck.
gonna
Every time you
ring
let him
loose.
out that little bitty cage, he gonna be wild.
Yep.
Because you kept him in the cage all day. So this is the thing. If you want if you want what you're saying you want, like you have to have those type of thoughts in your head when you're taking this type of assistance from the government, because they bank on you, like Ron just said. They bank on you not taking care of this so they can keep this program going, so they could constantly siphon money from it.
Mm-hmm. That's the ultimate goal.
Jaya, don't do that.
That's the ultimate goal.
Get out of there.
Money siphoning. And then look, after they siphon the money, that they after they get what they need, oh well, we gotta put a tax on what you got left. We
Yeah,
gonna
y'all
tax
should be
you on what
good.
you got left.
Y'all taken care of, huh? Yeah, put a tax on that, though. That shit crazy.
All right, I got one more in other news for y'all, and I tried to keep it short because I know my brothers got something they want to get. So check this one out for you guys. I don't even have to do that no more. I can just-
Exception. Hey, we're on live TV. You want to say something? Because you said that we're not covering up the truth. I'll hold the mic. You tell me what you want to say. You're talking to Philadelphia right now.
Hey, what up, Philly? I don't got no family out there, but I
Said
love
we're
y'all black
hypocrites.
people.
Okay.
White people is hypocrites.
Okay.
They're barbaric. Okay.
You said kill all white people. You really feel
No,
that
I
way?
didn't. I said white lives don't matter. See,
Okay.
that's
Okay,
your white. That's
okay,
your white.
okay.
What they call it?
Well, do you really
yellow
believe that-
journalism.
do you
But
really-
this is live.
Let me ask you this. Do
This
you really
is
believe
live.
that white lives don't matter?
Of course, I'm not a liar like you. You just lied on me on live TV. Is this really live?
This is live TV.
Live
Philadelphia right
TV,
there,
Black
bring
Power,
opportunity.
Black Power,
You
white
know what?
lives do not matter.
You told me
White lives don't
you
matter.
told me we don't let you speak. We don't give a voice.
I
You
didn't
guys
say
don't let
that.
you speak to
When did I
Philadelphia.
say that?
Okay.
Why you lying?
So white lives don't matter. So guys,
Channel is
can
this on?
so
Tell us just the scene around there. Is it?
go ahead,
He
guys.
want to hit him, but he's
Same
scared.
name with exception.
He wanted to hit him, but he's scared. His way that, but you go red on me, bitch. You lied on that man. And you
Right
ain't gonna
there
hit him
on
because you
live
scared.
TV. On
You
live
scared.
TV. You just said kill all white people. No, I didn't. I didn't say that. Bro, where did they get the nerve to stand there and knowing that they lied? Right? You know you lied. Why would you turn around and say, but you just said kill all white
You know
people?
why?
That
I'm gonna
man
tell you
like,
why.
what?
Because he looked at him as an ignorant ass nigga, and he thought he was gonna catch him slipping in the midst of him trying to throw him throw him a motherfucking monkey wrench into what actually happened, P. See, he thought he was gonna throw that monkey wrench, and he thought the dude was gonna keep talking, but the dude caught it. You said you wanted to kill all white people.
No, I didn't.
No, I didn't. Wait, hold up. I see what you doing. See what I'm saying? He ain't
This is
expecting that
yellow
dude to
journalism.
actually think about none of that shit. But you know, man, it's a new time and a new day, man. They can't keep doing it. I seen Don Lemon the other day try to do that same shit.
Mm-hmm.
And he black, P. That's the crazy part.
And he put it half black.
Oh, he did. Oh, okay. Shit,
Yeah, as he put it, he half black.
I ain't know shit. Them motherfuckers are fool though. Ain't nobody listening to they news like talk about it except for older people and people who just want to be entertained. Basically, you're not really listening to them for information because you could debunk anything that they talking about. Like it's crazy now because information is quick as the tip of your thumbnail, dog. You can't really do that shit no more like they used to on the news. You had to wait a little minute to see what come out to really see what was really the truth. You don't have to do that no more. And
Not
that
no
shit
more.
is fucking over them. Yeah, that's fucking over them.
But that's
Especially
the
when
crazy
you try
thing.
to cause rhetoric.
We learn something from that though. Like
No,
we can't just get up there and say no.
they're not
any
trying to
old
learn.
thing.
This is their job, P. It's their job. See, that's what I'm saying. See how we give them sympathy to see like, well, they just regular people. They just doing their job. They just want to get it out, right? But think about it. Do they really want to get the truth out?
No,
and if you
we know
did,
that.
why would you lie? I know we understand that, but that's how we take it though. We take it, we don't take no real criticism to these people like we're supposed to. We just look at what they said and be like, oh, that was a lie. Yeah, okay. And then move forward with it. But at the same time, we got to understand why they doing that. Not how they doing it. We know how they doing it. They got a big corporation pushing them so they can get on TV and say the shit. They even got a script that they all see at one time. I showed y'all the clip from Tennessee to motherfucking Utah.
The exact same line.
The news was saying the exact same lines. So him coming out there trying. So him doing, you see what I'm saying? So him doing that to him, he was trying to catch him like an exclusive, basically. That was some off script shit. Now look how he talk off script, P. Look how your newscaster talk off script.
Right, especially when you catch them off guard and they can't do nothing about it.
Say, wait, hold up. Wait, I ain't say that. You said, didn't you say you wanted to kill all white people? Didn't you? Looking for a story, bro.
Matter of fact, I'm glad you said that because you, like you said, he caught him off script. Notice how when the black dude went to saying, "Hey, I didn't say that. You said that." You know what I'm saying? You lied just now on live TV. Notice
you lied on me.
Notice just how quick after that boy said that was the news. They were trying to cut the feed.
Yeah, like, he got quiet.
We can't let that play. It was too late now. Mm-hmm. And then the cameraman must have been a black dude because he like, nah, fuck that. I'm gonna let the whole thing be.
Well, I mean, if they would have cut it, wouldn't it have looked even more weirder if they would have cut it right when he was trying to explain himself? See, more suspect. Yeah. That's why they just let it keep going. See, sometimes more is better than for what's going on. See, these people is trained for this type of shit, P. That's what I'm talking about too. We don't understand that part of it. We think these people just winging it, right? No, these people is trained. They go to college to learn how to manipulate you, dog.
In every way.
They learn how to read scripts. Look, they learn how to memorize a long paragraphs of words at one time. And was ever on that paper, P, guess what they gonna say? You ever seen Bruce Almighty with Jim Carrey and he played God?
Yeah.
Remember when he played God, but he worked for the TV station? Remember he had your boy saying all them.
Yeah.
He had a mumbling and shit. Now, P, think about it. Listen to me. Think about what I'm about to tell you, right? He fucked him up, right? He did. He fucked him up. But let's go deeper, right? Let's go deeper. He's the newscaster. He got enough sound mind, right, to read all that shit, to learn all that shit, to know all that shit, to be a newscaster, correct?
Right.
What in my smart ass brain, y'all? Would my smart ass brain would notice that the teleprompter was giving me gibberish and I would stop reading it? But what he did, y'all?
And they kept trying to read that shit.
Hello?
Yeah, we did. Read. He kept trying to read the shit, P. Dot. Why, P? See what I'm trying to tell you?
The show must go on.
Thank you. There it is. I don't give a fuck what's on the teleprompter. PP. You know them wasn't words, Ron, but you still said it on live TV. Why? Because you're programmed. You're in that zone where this is what you're doing. You're reading the teleprompter and whatever's on that motherfucker, you're going for it word for word. You don't give a fuck what it says. And that's what people gotta understand. These people don't catch no conscience in the middle of reading that teleprompter, P. You see what I'm saying? So they're not gonna check themselves, though. They're not gonna say anything about what they need to say. They're only gonna read what's on that bitch like a fucking robot, though. So this is what we got to deal with when we hear the news, right? Especially when we know everybody is getting the same fucking news. That means this is a script. It's a script at this point, P.
Oh shit! I just thought about it, yo. There's an actual news For those of us like I can't. I'm gonna be honest with you. I can't afford like all subscription shit. But on the antenna, there's a actual TV, what you call it, called Script. It's called Script News TV. I say, man, these people play too fucking much. And the shit they be showing on now be looking like, where the fuck this shit come from? I ain't never heard of none of this shit these people talking about. None of it. And it be mind boggling to me that that's what they really be, and so now we sitting here and I'm thinking about what you're saying about them having a script. It ultimately makes sense. It ultimately makes sense. And if people don't get that one, that there's a news station called Scripps News TV. Oh, we're supposed to be bringing you the most accurate news. No, the fuck you not. Not if it's scripted. But yeah, man, that's something to think about right there, bro. And like I'll be telling people when what that was, they had a hostage standoff a couple of years back, and we in the car, we just seeing police flying down the street, and it's a bunch of them. And we laid up there and followed the police, bro, and it led us to right where there was a supposed hostage standoff, which it was now. I'm not saying that it wasn't. It was a hostage standoff. Problem was, instead of the news media reporting what they were seeing right then and there, they waited on the chain of command as far as police to come out, like the press release police department or the press department of the police to come out and talk about what they seen happening with their own eyes, right? Mind you, these people could have been recording from the time they got there. Nah, they waited until the people from the press got there. The people from the police department got there. They went assessed the scene, went to the little crisis vehicle, whatever they were supposed to be going to. They talked with the SWAT. They went down there and they told the people, listen, when we're ready, we'll tell you when to start recording, and then we'll tell you what the situation is. Whereas the SWAT team had been there, bro, we stood out there about a good 4, 5 fucking hours watching this shit unfold. And listening to the shit, hearing what these people had to say, is like, yo, so you telling us that instead of going in and trying to end the hostage situation that we seeing with live in our face, right? You want to wait until y'all get everything y'all want to say together and then go live on the news so you can say what it is that you want to say about the situation instead of saying what the situation was right then and there. I said, man, this shit crazy. But anyhow, I passed the mic on that one, y'all. That was my end of the news session.
That's what's that. I'm choppy. If you got something, bro, you can roll with it, bro. I'm still trying to get my shit to load in, bro.
I got y'all. What's ham? Chop tracks in a building.
Shout out.
But I'm here now.
Great points, though, Peter. We're gonna jump on.
Yes,
We're gonna definitely jump on that later on. Update
And
to
then
the
when I asked
update.
them about it, they were like, "Oh, we don't care. Like that's not our problem." And I was like, "Don't you know this is a historically black neighborhood that overcame and has continued to try to overcome everything?" And they said, "No, it doesn't matter. Right through. Look at all these homes that right through it, you guys. Look at all that dust they're kicking up already in these homes. Look at this. Look at these homes that they're telling you, oh, there's not going to be any environmental disasters. It's not going to be a problem. Look at the port. They're just taking care of the Ninth Ward, huh? Just building tracks that haven't existed at all. How crazy is that?" And when I asked them about it, they were like, "Oh, that's not our problem. We don't really care if it's a traditionally black neighborhood. We're from Ohio. That's what they said. So these are the tracks that they're
That
laying
what they
down.
said? She snitching,
This is like
chat.
his
She
play. You
snitching.
see all that dust that they're kicking up?
I mean, y'all told me to keep you updated, so every time I see something, I would just I would
She
break it.
snitching, chap. The white people gonna cancel her. She snitching.
Yeah, she's snitching big time, bro. So I'm guessing they want an easier, faster way to get freight from the port.
Yeah, like airline highway.
So
They want a straight shot.
they want a straight shot. Yeah.
Uh-oh. So
Well,
is it actually in formation?
I'm
Or
going to
is this
drive
something?
over there later to make sure. Like, I was supposed to ride.
what
to see.
I heard her say that's in the ninth
So
ward.
from what she's
Where in the
showing,
ninth ward was she?
Yeah,
Because
I'm
if that's on St. Claude Avenue, those train tracks were already
she
there.
looked like she in the back.
And it,
Right, they
Yeah,
was
because if
there,
it's
but
the ones on St.
I'm
Claude,
asking, is they
you know,
clearing
she
it out?
it
So I'm
don't
with you
sound like
on
she
that, P.
from down here, but we already knew they had tracks, and the train used to already go across the bridge, right?
right.
Okay.
So what are we making a big deal about? They just put the line back. They
Is they
just basically
clearing? Is they clearing it for other tracks to
They can't.
come in
no,
and pull shit
no,
through?
they're not.
That's what I'm
You
trying to
gotta be
figure out.
talking
Is
about
is
like
this
down
No, Tyler, listen.
fucking
Those
street.
train tracks that they got down there, all they doing is redoing the line. The line was already there.
The
There's
line
nothing
been
to
there, and the
clear.
line has been there on St. Claude at least.
And
And
on St. Claude, right, all the way
that's what
up.
I'm seeing.
I'm gonna tell you, that
Right.
line used to go all the way up
all the way
to Catherine and no. I'm sorry. That fucking train used to
yeah,
pass my house. I stayed on Catherine in St.
St.
Claude.
Claude,
Or Pat Domino Way in St. Claude.
you call it too on side the Navy
That
base.
shit used to go damn near down. Damn, where
They
that
wasn't
train
running
used to
freight
stop
through
at?
the motherfucker though. They was running. It was streetcars.
And that train never came through there at a high rate of speed for those that want to know. Because I'm gonna tell you,
So,
because those
child, let me
houses
ask
are
you
there.
something after you finish talking, P.
Yeah. So for those that know, and I'm telling you, I live right there by the fucking train track. Where that chicken mark is, my house used to sit right on the side of where that chicken mark is. They just made the
Right.
building a little bit bigger. But that
They
train
don't
never
look
came
like
through there at a high
street.
rate of speed. It wasn't carrying hazardous materials or nothing like that. And it would always blow the horn before it got deep into the residential section. So if it was back there like by that auto zone that's in St. Bernard Parish by the bank and all that, they would start blowing the horn right there to let the people know, yo, we about to
Let
come
me
through
ask you
here. Da, 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 da,
so what you saying, right? So
da.
why did they stop them?
They stopped that line, I guess, because I don't know. Like, really and truly, I think they had other reasons why they stopped that line from coming through there. And I think it was because of the 18 wheeler traffic tearing up the street and that vibration
This thing
of
just
the trucks constantly coming through there on a daily basis,
about going down
combined with the
the
train,
with a
it
train
was tearing up the foundations of people's houses.
a
So I can
train
understand we got it.
plus you
Huh?
got 18 wheelers going down that bitch too. Because you know they use
Right,
that bitch a lot.
right. It
Diamond
is a highway.
right there, they got a bunch of little shit that's right there that they gotta get back and forth to. So it sounds like a bunch of congestion to me. And the bridge still gotta go up when the fucking, when the boats and shit pass.
hmm it's definitely going to cause congestion problems, especially if you really take
Why
a
ain't
good.
from Ohio do the shit though? They ain't got no niggas in the city that can work on.
Now that's another good thing, huh? Why we keep outsourcing jobs in the city to states and cities outside of here when they got plenty of people down here that need that type of work.
It's a lot of people that can make a lot of money contract wise because they get a lot of jobs down here. If we was to in-house everything, That's like say for, and you can request that. I remember when Will Smith came down here, and my cousin wound up doing some video and stuff through somebody else or whatever. But it was all local people. He wanted to do it with all local people, no out of towners. It was all local. You had to be from New Orleans or live in New Orleans to. Well, I can't say be from. I'm gonna say live in New Orleans to be able to do anything on the production side. And a lot of people don't make those stances. Some people just be like, fuck it, we just gonna sell it to the highest bidder. Or sometimes they find the best company that way they could get charged the most so they could ask for the most money. If I said that right. Was that confusing to somebody?
Nah, you good. You good.
Nah. No, my question with you, I want to ask you a question about that. When okay, we have this right here, and it's been that port because I'm from the Carrollton area, right? And we got that same little train that go behind the 17th, right?
Right.
So they have that little area where you've been having this type of traffic back there. So what was the thing in the beginning about these tracks, and what are we exactly supposed to be looking for with them, when it comes to dealing with these tracks, child?
I that's why I say I have to go over there and see because the area she talking about don't look familiar.
Okay.
I'm just being real, but I would have to.
Okay.
I'm gonna tell you that's around the Gordon Street area back there where that old skating rink used to be.
So it got to be back that way, like toward almost
The-
already
the-
port, like already.
Yeah, by the river.
Do
Going toward the
Amtrak
river.
go back there, or that's
Hell
another
no.
that's another lane?
That's another. Yeah. That's a whole
Okay.
nother lane. Literally everything back there across the canal is like port work.
Train come
You
through.
know, you going back there to the port or to the harbor or
Ain't
I ain't
no
hear you, child. What you say?
yeah. The fucking the train come through the east at a high speed. That bitch don't come through the east at no low speed. That bitch come through here high, like yeah, because the Amtrak and everything come through the east, but they
Right,
can't
it's
run
coming through
Amtrak
high.
through. I mean, I don't see it, but they are trying to build that port up. They talking about putting the Disneyland
Okay. So is people
resort and all
mad
that
because
shit
they
on
trying
the
to
port.
renovate? They think this is gonna be for white people or something, y'all? What y'all think? I don't know. I'm trying to figure
I
it out.
don't
Well,
understand the
gentrification already
personally.
took hold
I don't
foothold in New
understand
Orleans.
them
So
even
I'm about
trying
to
to
say I
fucking
didn't
do
see
the
more
shit.
white meth heads than black crackheads in the 90s. I'm just saying. We can leave it alone.
I don't know. And that's
Gentrification is a
on, and to be
motherfucker, B.
real, that's on the side where most of the the white people stay on that side.
yeah, on the
So
St. Bernard Highway side.
they gotta be.
That's
You
why I
got Sun
raised the
Club
question,
and
fellas.
then you
Y'all
got
know I
St.
be raising
Bernard
questions
Highway.
just to
I gotta
so we
go.
can
I
all
gotta take
think
a ride
together.
over there and see, because it put my own eyes on it. That way, I'll be able to give my own footage and say, all right, well, look at it's me walking where the lady said the stuff was at because. And I'm gonna have that ready for y'all next episode.
Oh
But
man, great update because we did ask about that because they did make a whole news thing about what was going on back there, and we thought it was going to benefit some type of homes or something for people who need to, or the residents who back there. And y'all say that's not even our neighborhood and shit. So I am a little confused at this point, y'all. I ain't
That's
gonna
why
lie. I'm
you
trying to
see
see
that.
what's happening.
If you notice, if that had been black people living back there, y'all would not
Can I
have
hear
just
it one
seen
more
the
time
stop
too,
the
Peter?
grain
After you finish
train.
talking, can I hear it one more time too, Chop? Can you play it for me one more time after he finishes
go
speaking?
ahead, P.
Yeah, I was saying you don't notice that you as long as we was living back there, I ain't never had not one or seen not one resident as far as a black person, so called black person, when that train was rolling through back then complain about the train being back there. You know what I'm
Now
saying?
the
But
train in the
now,
A-Wall was known. I knew, you know, the split train,
Yeah,
basically
I know
A-Wall
about
and
that.
9-Wall
Yep.
train. That's everybody know about that. But you know what? That might be back that fucking way. No, because
no,
it can't be that way.
You don't
Because
think so?
if you
it's
go to your
not. That's
left,
the night walk she in.
but if
She
you
in the
go to
night
your
walk.
left, all the way to your left, that's Noka and all that right there. Like they gonna put the fucking train through Noka? Like no, that's what I'm saying.
They what I'm saying is now that there's a very high predominance of non-melanated people living back there, now it's stop the grain train and this and that, and this is gonna destroy our neighborhood.
I
Wait,
was
what
mad
was
that they
all?
stopped the
That's what I'm
street car
thinking. Come
all the
on,
way
help
through
me
the.
out, bruh. Because everybody won't blame Trump, bruh. That
Yeah,
man ain't down
I
here.
was mad
So
they
I'm
stopped the
trying to
damn street
see,
car going
is this
all the way
white
through.
people asking for us to help them again?
We should
Yeah,
still have the train run through
Motherfucker.
all the way through the whole city. That bitch, that'd be some fire shit.
You know how long ago them people put a fucking train track through our neighborhood and blew up our mounds and shit? Huh? Do anybody understand that in the audience if y'all listening?
all for
You
the
know why
sake of
them
what?
fucking train tracks are there right
Progress.
now? Because they blew
Progress.
up our shit and built that shit in our fucking neighborhood. That's why. So with all you see, we accepted that shit and we've been accepted it. We learned how to live with it, as a
Yeah,
matter of fact.
adaptable as a motherfucker.
So if this is any piece of what my dog and I'm talking about, if this is any piece of what my dog and I'm talking about, y'all motherfuckers shut the fuck up and sit the fuck down because it done already happened. It's a part of your ass being here.
Cause she ain't from here.
So,
but I'm not mad at her.
Continue,
I just
fellas.
won't go see
we
it.
can't
I'm
be
not.
mad
I
at her.
am not mad at
She's
her.
just trying to
I
bring
am not.
awareness to
But if
what she
P
feel is the
Dot say
bad
this is a
situation.
neighborhood, brother, and she's sitting out there
I'm
for
trying
them
to-
people
oh, look,
neighborhood
I
and
know
not
what it's
knowing
at
what's
now.
going
I know what
on,
it's
like
at
this
now.
is that weird
This is the
liberal
train.
shit.
All right,
I'm not
you know
with
that
this
school
bullshit.
across the street? I mean, on St. Claude.
That old McDonald's school.
All right. If you going to Chalmette, you can cross the you gotta
The
cross
track.
over the tracks right there.
Yes.
All right, that's what that's at. That's what that's at.
Yeah, that's what I was telling you. That's like
Well,
around
it is in
Gordon
our
Street and
neighborhood.
all that.
That's us.
Yeah, that's why I'm going the street. Not Treacle. That's Gordon.
Oh, so that is our
Britain.
neighborhood. That's not a predominantly white neighborhood.
Yeah, that's us.
That's us. All right.
Yeah, that's us right there. That's what I think is at. Yeah.
So I'm listening to you, sister. Go ahead,
look,
play it for me.
So
Try
look,
one more time.
just to put you in the right spot.
That's a big ass white boy truck though, right there. I ain't gonna lie. That is.
If you going down St. Claude, right? If
once
you going across the canal, though,
like
once you get across the canal, you just going.
That's
you
what
know,
I'm
you
saying.
going
It's,
like before you get to Chalmette. Before you get to Chalmette,
Chop, St. Bernard and all that. But we
before
on the other
you get
side.
to that,
That's where I'm
they
at.
got them tracks right there. Where they got a little school on the left. It's like a two-way street. I can't think of the name of the fucking street. It's Flood.
Yeah, where we used to pitch rocks at white boys at.
You talking about
in the
around
60s.
Tupelo and all that?
All right.
Tupelo too far down. Probably,
All
yeah,
right.
around
So,
Tupelo and all that, right.
That's
right.
Gordon.
Right, well, that might be God. I'm not saying you wrong. I'm just trying to paint a
You
picture
know our shit is
for
like
somebody
a circle.
that's
I know
from New Orleans that's driving
Yeah.
down St. Claude that's gonna go over the tracks. If once you go over the
you never take them cuts, people.
Look for the
If y'all
right or the
listening.
left, and that's what the lady talking
Yeah,
about.
never take the cuts. Yeah.
You gonna
If y'all wondering.
Put people in the
If y'all not from here, y'all wondering.
You know what I just thought about? Burger Orleans. That shit right there where Burger Orleans used to sit.
Got you.
Oh, I'm gonna go see.
I'm with you. I'm following you. I know exactly what y'all talking about.
I'm gonna record a little video and I'm gonna play it next episode. But I'm about to play this so we can get to the next one.
Hey, it's gonna be your week anyway, Ron. There's no better time than now. Shit.
And when I asked them about it, they were like, "Oh, we don't care. Like that's not our problem." And I was like, "Don't you know this is a historically like black neighborhood that overcame and has continued to try to overcome everything, and they said no, it doesn't matter. Right through, look at all these homes that right through it, you guys. Look at all that dust they're kicking up already in these homes. Look at this.
Nah, they been
Look
blew
at
that up
these
though, baby.
homes that they're telling you, oh, there's not going to be any
That shit
environmental
What you not
disaster.
saying is
Definitely,
It's not going to be a
Been there like for
problem.
years
Look
already.
at the poor. They're just
Yeah,
taking
she
care of
lost
the
me when she
ninth
did
ward,
that.
huh? Just building
Taking
tracks
care of
that
the
haven't
ninth ward,
existed
huh?
at all. How
Yeah,
crazy is that?
baby.
And
It's
when I
not.
asked them,
It's
again,
not
when
that
I
crazy.
asked them
I'm gonna
about
see
it,
though, bro.
they were
I'm
like,
gonna go
oh,
see just to make
that's not
sure.
our problem. We don't
Sometimes,
really care if it's a traditionally black neighborhood. We're from Ohio. That's what they said. So these are the tracks
I
that
hope
they're
you don't
laying
listen to
down.
Nature Boy.
She said that's the tracks they laying down. If that's what I think is that shit been there before I
That
was
shit
born.
been there, child.
Yeah.
I'm just
She
saying,
lost me,
bro.
bro.
I'm gonna go.
No, she lost me for real. You right. I'm with you. She
Wait,
lost me.
I want y'all
Some
to
shit
take
is
notice of
kicking up
something
over there.
else
I
too.
don't know if they doing some,
No,
work
listen.
on the shit, but I
They
don't think
So
it's
Ty,
they're
fixing
not
some
building
shit
it
that
now.
they
Like
fixing
you
some
can't
shit
come
that's
from
already been there. Like
yeah,
you can't
no,
say
child. She
ride it
can't come
like
from
that.
fucking Florida, dog, and come down and come
But
over here and say,
I'm not. I'm sorry, ma'am. But
another thing
yeah,
though, I
I
want
fuck
y'all
with
to
your
take
little grade
notice.
with
She
your.
went out there
She
on
just
a
got into her
windy
consciousness,
fucking
y'all. She
day.
just got into her consciousness. She
It was
probably
the
got about,
wind was
I'm gonna
blowing.
say
this
three,
Look
when
four
at the
kids.
dust
this
that's
when
kicking up into
we
these
got
people's houses. It's wind,
She listen
bitch.
to
They
Nature
can't
Boy.
control the wind. I'm
yeah.
sorry, I
I'm
didn't
trying
mean
to
to
get into
call
her
you that.
consciousness. Oh shit.
You wonder why
Ma'am, we
nobody
was
telling
with you.
her ass
We
nothing, 'cause
understand, ma'am. But if
that
you gotta
shit
know what's
been there.
going on, though, you gotta really be. That
You
shit
gotta
been
be
there.
from here to
You could,
understand here.
job. You know how I know that shit been there? How the rocks set up over the tracks.
Thank
Them
you.
rocks was set
That's
down
what
there
I
in the
say. That's why
90s.
I say ain't no way. Them rocks, my nigga, nah. But anyway,
Them
let's
rocks
see what
been
she's
there
saying.
since
Like,
the
you know,
80s.
like, fuck it. Let's see what she's talking about. Like, I'm not about to.
Them rocks been there since the
I give her
80s.
a chance.
That's them
I
rocks
ain't
you
gonna
could chip and make a little make a little fire off them and shit. We used to put them on the tracks and
y'all
watch the
said
train
last
roll over them and bust
episode,
them.
Roll over them, that's right.
nigga said, yeah, Chop, keep us updated. So I said, I'm gonna do that.
We sure did, and you
I'm,
definitely did, brother.
so now I gotta go put my
Man,
own eyewitness news eye
child,
on it.
I'm glad you showed us her though, cause this what I want Pete out to see. You see how people could just stand on train tracks, Pete, and just tell you anything. You see that? If you don't know about them tracks and all that shit, you see what I'm saying? It would
You don't
sound
believe
really
it.
convincing, huh?
You a whole informed because you
So
stay
think
in the
about it,
neighborhood
though.
that you ain't supposed
This
to
is
be,
what we're here to
and
expose,
you
Peter.
claiming some
We
shit that
expose these motherfuckers. And we not getting on her. I'm just showing you that's a good, you see what I'm saying? Experiment on what I've been trying to show you about other scammers when I bring these people up or when I tell you do your research on them. Remember I told you about your girl, Priscilla, you showed me? She had a great point in what she was talking about.
I found, and look, guess what? Just because I played her video the other night, bro, I went on TikTok today and one of her older videos popped up. And I'm like, wait, this is the same bro. This is the
Same
same
bro.
lady. She's saying the same shit.
They got the chicks that came out on her and everything, bro. You know? Trying to solicit that cat and all kind of shit, Pete. Hey, bro.
She
It is what it
coochie
is.
mongering out there, huh, bro?
Yeah, she's sneak dicking.
That's a good term.
boy.
Getting it, huh, bro?
We gonna check out
somebody real close.
Storm,
Say
the
it's
fucking
called
X-Men, and see if
it's called
she.
Dick Dyking or Dyke Dicking.
No, that's Storm. We gonna see if Storm story holds up on the next episode.
In other news,
so I'm gonna try and explain to you everything that's going on in this video in the 3 minutes that Instagram gives me. But what they got here is they get a bunch of frozen, not so good ahi, and they trick everybody into thinking it's beautiful fresh loins or beautiful fresh ahi, which causes problems for consumers because you don't know you're eating pretty much rotten tuna. and then it causes problems for the local fishing industry, because after they do all these tricks to it, it actually gives the impression that it's fresher than the ahi that we catch to the uneducated consumer. Educated chefs, they know the difference. Fishermen obviously know the difference.
Right.
But
and if y'all don't fuck with Hell's Kitchen and Kitchen Nightmare and all that shit,
not.
please get on it. Because Ramsey put you on game. Please believe
and then they feed it into this red chemical dye and inject it through it, which gives it turns it from the brown poopy color that you see into a bright red color that never goes away. So even if the fish is completely rotten, it'll still look completely fresh because they're injecting this dye and then soaking it in this dye, chemical dye, to give it the illusion of being fresh ahi.
Look at the area.
And the part coming up that most people miss in this video is coming up here in a minute. They're gonna
it's a lot of Chinese
inject
too. Y'all
carbon
saw that
monoxide gas into the bags.
They ain't covering their eyes. They got their mouth covered. They ain't covering their eyes.
Marinate in that carbon monoxide gas for however many hours.
We don't want
soaks all the way through it.
Ain't that a bit?
I don't know how bad carbon monoxide is
he hit them bitches with DNA
but
needles.
I do know that it keeps the fish from smelling or tasting rotten.
Peaches, this is in the night war. Yeah, that we were talking about.
People can actually die. It can get so rotten that people can actually die and never have tasted or smelled that it's bad, because the carbon monoxide prevents that from happening. So there they are. There's the marinated in the carbon monoxide for however many hours. The major problem for consumers with this process is
that's why y'all Chinese look. That's why y'all look like that. That shit crazy.
Turn this into
y'all bringing it here.
Products, they won't keep sushi or poke
from
other countries. Do not have to label that.
They can vacuum seal that shit, chop and ship it off. I bought China food, boy. They ain't play.
So I'm gonna try and explain to you everything.
Look at y'all just.
Is that China? I don't want to blame China. I don't know where it's at, but y'all eyes is chinky though. I'm just saying, all y'all do look alike.
That's supposed to be a fish
it's around there somewhere. I'm gonna say Asiatic.
Shit,
y'all look very Asiatic.
They could be working right the fuck here.
That's what I'm trying to tell you, man. But y'all all Asiatic though, so that means that's even worse than y'all.
They could be working right here, son. On some real shit. They could be here. And what a nigga gonna see?
Them bitches do look fresh. Dirty motherfucker.
And that shit be rotten as a motherfucker.
That shit did look fresh.
All they do is scrape away some of that bad meat, go stick it in the machine, let the machine inject it so it look like when you cut that shit, you got some blood in it. And then we're gonna soak it in the same solution we just injected the fish with. So turn around and tell you that this is fresh. But they got their mask. Now, I don't know if y'all paid attention. They got their mask on.
I'm going to play the video
because
one more time. You know what? And I'm going to cut
the chemical.
I'm going to cut the audio so people could
just... that's going on in this video.
You know.
And that's...
See why I'm talking about it.
Because if you look at it, those masks that they wear... That shit and
hey, Starkiss, who make that tuna, y'all? That fucking can.
Starkiss, Mermaid.
Yeah, Starkiss. Yeah, Starkiss don't play that shit.
Boy, I'm about to.
They sending that shit straight to the.
Y'all know, you know what I'm saying? Fuck, you know I didn't got the
I get the one with the water in it.
I'm about to go get me some fishing poles, but I'm not about to be going to the store no more for a lot of shit, son. It's just it don't make no
real out here,
man. Like.
Just gotta know what's going on.
You go out there and catch you a fish that was genetically modified.
I know he out there modified. He done called him a modified one. Them niggas out there modified. That's crazy work.
If they modifying it like
that
this
would be fucked up.
In the processing plant, we fuck around, go out there thinking we catching some real fish and be catching genetically modified.
No man, but these crab smelling motherfuckers ain't getting over on like he said, bro, like real chefs know the difference and shit. Like
Yeah.
they know what's going on with it. Like if you really know what you're looking
You
at and
really
what you
got fresh
really,
fish.
so
That somebody
people
know what
pay
that smell like,
attention
yeah.
to your
something else you
produce and
didn't eat.
shit when y'all out there shopping and shit.
Really
Look
eating
what's going
grass
on.
fed shit,
So
like shit that really
yeah,
eat
just
grass
pay
versus
attention.
like
That's all.
all that type of shit. Like niggas don't.
Hey man, don't let
All
these
that's a
look.
different
All of
taste.
them look
Like,
Chinese. Look, or Asian, Korean, or something. Thailand.
man, stupid, bro.
They look one of them motherfuckers. Child, I'm tripping. One of them motherfuckers.
And guess where they
I
work
ain't seen a
at?
nigga yet.
Children go to school too.
You gonna tell me you ain't never
all the
think
fucking
about it.
got
Who takes that shit
seafood
no
stores.
seriously?
Why you think they
The
got
fucking
seafood
Asian
stores?
people
You not
Oh,
talking
a
black
lot of our
people,
shit
man.
is
Black
exported. I
people out
already
there
looked
that
that up. A
motherfucking
lot of our
shit
shit
like that.
exported.
These
Damn, that
bitches ain't
nigga
wearing all
hit
that shit.
them
They get
bitches
too
with
hot
the
for that shit.
DNA needles. Damn, that shit fucked me up every time. Damn, he shot that bitch. Kush. That's crazy
Then
work, y'all.
they scoop it up and
That's
put it in a little bit of that
crazy
water.
work.
Look.
And what they tell you that shit is? Oh, that's blood.
And this motherfucker put it in a goldfish bag, y'all.
Put it in a goldfish bag.
Like
so
he
keep
just
that-
got a new goldfish. He
that's
got to
gonna
put
keep
it in the
That's gonna
bag.
keep that smell down.
This
They
dirty
locking that
motherfucker.
smell in. So whatever
They
rotten
vacuum, then they
smell
vacuum
have,
it down too. That's the crazy.
yeah. That's
I
crazy.
heard them say something about fucking methane. What was it, methane? Or what was that other gas? Carbon monoxide. They gotta wear certain shit because of the carbon monoxide gas that be in the air that's getting released from that rotten fish. These people play too much. That's like that fucking episode of Chop. If the name of the show is Chop, right? These motherfuckers had a secret ingredient called human fucking flesh.
Oh yeah, I remember that.
God damn.
Yeah,
They
I remember that.
use human flesh.
And they had to make that shit taste good. This is
They
I
fact.
don't
said the
remember that
nigga.
one, y'all. Y'all gotta refresh my memory on that.
Yeah, I remember that.
Bro.
I remember
They
that shit.
basically what they did was they took DNA from a human, right? And they synthesized it and grew meat from a 3D printer using genetic makeup
Using that
of
little piece.
yeah. And
Yeah,
use
y'all
that
ain't
shit to
never
cook
seen.
it.
Did not show the 3D
Yeah, we
printer
saw.
steak
No, because we
machine.
did get
I
on some
think I
shit
sent that
about it, but
video.
I had to
Man,
refresh my memory
fucking
on that
right.
one, dude. That's crazy work.
Yeah, them bitches
My
could do some shit with the 3D printers, boy.
my other news ready too, y'all. Whenever y'all ready too, bro.
Oh, I
This
got
shit
one more.
is
This the
something
last one.
serious. Do you think, Chuck? Because that shit, there, boy.
It's the last one.
Nigga,
I don't know.
I don't buy tuna fresh like that anyway. I told you I get the Starkist can. I'm pop the top. Open
I
about
buy
two
my
of them
shit whole.
motherfuckers, make some tuna fish, make a couple of tuna fish sandwiches or
Give me the
something.
whole fish, fucker.
I don't buy
I
no
don't want
whole
nothing
tuna,
to
dog. I never bought a whole tuna. I'll be lying to you.
We're in 2024, so this is about to be 100 years that this picture was drawn. The artist's name was Robert Berkeley, but he went by Bob Miner. This drawing is called The Balance of Forces. Almost 100 years later to the dot. And look at what's happening. We see the three bullies over here, U.S. imperialism, we see the French, and we also see the British. We've been running on their systems and their ideologies and their principles for centuries. Now we're here almost 100 years later, and China, India, and Africa, and even Russia has teamed up. The dollar is over and done with. Finito. There's a crash that's impending any minute now, and the U.S. keeps on sailing like there's not a storm and a tsunami that's coming. It's pretty wild that we still all got to get up and just handle our business like if nothing is happening. They've been bullies for far too long, and now the balance of forces have to happen. That's just nature. That's just the law of God. That's just how it gotta go. It just blows my mind that things take time. It's a gradual thing. 100 years later, and look at what's about to happen. This drawing is prophecy. Would you believe me if I told you that this picture was...
What y'all think about that?
Bruh.
Okay, I barely understood what he was saying because it was playing though.
Oh, I heard him.
So
Look,
what
let
was
me
he
go,
saying?
P. Dot, and let him play it. He could play it right after I say what I say.
Okay.
These are the usual suspects, fellas. Audience, this is who I've been telling y'all about. The who got dictated. These motherfuckers right here.
Mm-hmm.
And the one in the middle, that's the one who rarely gets the blame. But they're behind a lot of shit. And it's a lot of influence through India and from India. Not only just in trade, regular shit. We talking about black market as well. So remember, we did some shit a while back where they were saying that the Mexicanos was getting their shit from India. All right now. So we run in a full circle, and everything come right back to this motherfucker because this is the heart. And people don't want to say nothing about it, but it is what it is, though. You know. For some reason, people can't understand that part of it, but when you already in a fucking hole and somebody is trying to figure out how to get out of a fucking hole, you need to be at least trying to see what the fuck he talking about, because you ain't got no goddamn ideas. You just kept digging. We're supposed to be going the other way, stupid.
The other way.
Pay the fuck attention, man. This shit crazy, bro. It's getting out of hand, and motherfuckers keep telling me about a fucking boogeyman. I don't want to hear that dumb ass shit. You did it, remember? That's what you said. Tell me what you said. You said, yeah, we got to okay, that means we've been fucking responsible then. So that means we've been doing dumb decisions. That means we been doing this shit before we even knew what the fuck a Trump was. The fuck out of here, man. Talk right or don't fucking talk at all. Because guess what? This is your fucking enemy right here. The three fucking musketeers. And y'all ain't paying attention. They sucking everything about this motherfucker.
Everything.
T-Moore send you a picture, bitch, before they send you your real shit. Stop fucking playing with me, man.
All your goddamn customer service
agents. It is what it is.
Indians, nigga.
Certain shit come up good, certain shit don't. It is what it is. But they get to dump it over here. And is that fair when you not getting nothing out the fucking deal? Tell me how that work on your block.
Not on my block.
You a big time dope dealer? Tell me how it work on your fucking block, nigga. Stop playing, bro. It's just simple. It's just simple decisions that it shouldn't even be worried about, bro. But at the same time, a motherfucker don't act like they don't need no help all of a sudden. How you gonna act bougie? You ain't got shit. It's weird. You a bougie bump?
Mm-hmm.
The fuck? What we doing, chat? We gonna toot our dudes up at 2 quarters when we need 1.
You want me to play it again, P. Dot?
Yeah, run it again for me right quick.
All right.
It's drawn in 1925. We're in 2024, so this is about to be 100 years that this picture was drawn. The artist's name was Robert Berkeley, but he went by Bob Miner. This drawing is called The Balance of Forces. Almost 100 years later to the dot. And look at what's happening. We see the 3 bullies over here. U.S. imperialism, we see the French, and we also see the British. We've been running on their systems and their ideologies and their principles for centuries. Now we're here almost 100 years later, and China, India, and Africa, and even Russia has teamed up. The dollar is over and done with. Finito. There's a crash that's impending any minute now, and the U.S. keeps on sailing like there's not a storm and a tsunami that's coming. It's pretty wild that we still all got to get up and just handle our business like if nothing is happening. They've been bullies for far too long, and now the balance of forces have to happen. That's just nature. That's just the law of God. That's just how it got to go. It just blows my mind that things take time. It's a gradual thing. 100 years later, and look at what's about to happen. This drawing is prophecy. Would you believe me if I told you that this picture was drawn in 1925? We're in 2024, so this is about to be 100 years that this picture was drawn.
Boy said
The artist's name was Robert
25.
Berkeley, but he went by Bob Miner.
Go back 25 more
Drawing-
years later, and guess what? It's gonna be the same thing. Good shit though, Lil Round. Shout out to you, bro.
Yeah, but I don't think nobody wants to really talk about how people even way back when knew that the balance of the power. Instead of joining forces with these people, you fucked over, right? Because think about it. Before anything, China, India, and Africa were your three most powerful continents, or your three most powerful continent, one continent in a couple of countries, right? You went in there, fucked up them people shit, then took power and started looking at them as though they were less than, right? And now we turning around and look at what's happening over here. Our shit all fucked up. And it's due to the colonial imperialism, like your boy said, fuck around with the French, the Dutch, and the motherfucking colonial imperialists. Like, that shit just didn't make no sense. But I understand now. You gotta start looking at how shit come full circle. Like, how did you say?
These are the snakes that stabbed us in our back. See, we tried to do deals with them, chop. You know what I'm saying? We tried all. You know, they couldn't get rid of us, right? Because if it was that simple, they could have just moved all their people in. They could have just had the land how they had it, but they couldn't work like that. Too many niggas. They keep coming. We go here, they over there. So we got to do deals and just lie to them. Just lie like a motherfucker. And take as much as you can, yeah?
Take what you can, give nothing back.
Nothing back. Nigga, put it in law that they can't get it. How about that? Make it an amendment.
Make it a part of the Constitution.
You want me to keep going, P? You want me to keep going? So that
make it part of the Constitution.
Because I can finish this story. Trust me.
Nothing back.
It's a great ending. Hey, bruh. I'm just saying. Just based off of what we saw, bruh. Come on, man.
Yeah.
You gotta realize these power forces is here. They've been doing what they've been doing since the beginning of the time. They done already separated all them countries and all that, y'all. Oh, why y'all think they keep pushing the Africa shit on us? What you think they pushing on the Asians over here? What you think they pushing to the Indians over here? You know, they ain't even telling us about ISIS. ISIS is still up and running. God damn. They talking about religions and shit. They still on black and white, y'all. What the fuck? Come on, man.
Well, we supposedly supposed to be fighting terrorism.
We supposed to be in the religious war right now. It's more than that. It seems like it to me. God damn.
We living in the home of the fucking terrorists. Talking about fighting terrorism.
We got terrorists in our own homes. How about that? Straight terrorists. Don't choke now, nigga. Straight terrorists in our own home.
Motherfuckers was a domestic terrorist.
This shit is, I'm telling you, bro. As long as we keep making what I called that shit last week, considering their feelings. What the word I used? I forgot what I used. But keep considering these people's feelings every time they feel something. Keep doing that. Go ahead. Shit gonna keep changing. Every time somebody feels something, this shit gonna change. And they gonna put it in law, y'all.
Yeah.
Remember, all this shit started because some white boys, they didn't know what to do with the power they stole from people in the goddamn way, right?
That's weird that You steal something from somebody and they don't know what to fucking do with it. How the fuck does that work? I stole
You
this
know
shit,
how
but
it
I don't know
works.
what to do with it.
Yeah,
Let's
a
just make it a
government and
bad
everything.
habit.
Yeah, just you know how
Let's
it
just make
works,
it a
B.
bad habit.
You know how it works, bruh. Somebody, won't so ambitious, right? That they want it all, right? And when they get it, they don't know what to
Now they
do with
don't know
it. And
what to
you know
do.
why? Because you're not supposed to have it all, right? Remember.
Exactly. Not everything he
Remember,
wants is
remember
everything
your
he's
moral
supposed to
code you're
have.
supposed to be on. There you go, right? You're supposed to have something. Ain't they called like a piece of the pie and all that?
The
They
American
make that
dream.
out of a bad thing, right? So, I mean,
Hey, you know
it's how
what?
you could
That's
spin
something
it
else.
and bend it, though.
That's
They a
something
fool
else
with
I
it. They
think
been perverting this
people
shit.
need to
It's
stop
crazy.
falling for. The American dream, because the dream is nothing but what? Your mind putting you
Yeah.
places.
And that's if that's if that's the one, that's the one. Then B. I'm just saying, like certain things just make sense when you put it in perspective. So
Mm-hmm.
fucking right, chop, bro.
Yeah.
And people don't understand though, bro. They do big business here, y'all. They buying up land and everything here. So why would I believe this bitch about to be gone and ain't no money gonna be involved, right?
Oh, it's
They
always money
buying
involved.
Russia and all them motherfuckers, man. Them niggas buying up all kind of land over here, y'all. Acres of that shit, and just having one house. Shit. All right now. Don't let a nigga trick you out your house, your shit again now. Try to tell y'all. Don't let a nigga trick you out your shit again.
Motherfucker
It's
sitting here
easy
trying to
for the
wait when
comeback on
the
the
shit with
layup. You
Ukraine
hear me?
broke down. Remember what they were saying? Oh, if you got a 4 bedroom, 5 bedroom house, you gonna have to share your house. No, the fuck I'm not.
If I had the ends right now, if people have the money to right now, and I would say, that would be, a good time to really look at that type of situation. As far as like land and shit like that. And have a plan with it. Because like Ron said, if it's gonna come down to that, then
Yeah, that dollar
you know,
crash, that's gonna be bad. It's gonna
man,
it's gonna
if
be
the
bad.
it's not only gonna be bad, it's gonna definitely, you see what I'm saying, make business for other countries as well.
Yeah, it's gonna inflate a lot of things. Shit. I mean,
So
but like I said, it's all theories at this point, But I know everybody on the surface, worrying about the
is
orange
it
man.
and it but it's still up to the people though, whatever. That's what I'm saying. Everything can't be racist, child. I heard that from
That
85
motherfucker was
South
trying to
Show.
get
Shout
at
out,
that dude.
shout out to 85 South Show. Everything can't be racist, child. Y'all white
All
ass
they
go,
worrying about is
y'all
the
ass
orange
go, so y'all
man.
gonna die with so y'all gonna die with
The orange man. We gotta
nigga
stop the
said,
orange man.
look, I'm gonna tell you nigga joke. Look, shout out Buddy Bag, man. Buddy Bag said is a place where you can't be racist, chop. He said in the weight room, you hear me? He said like a big white boy got like 350 on the bench. And that bitch hit him in his neck, and you the only one in there, and you black.
Better not be
He
saying no
looking at
racist
you.
shit.
Is he, you gonna still be racist? Like, bitch, don't fucking touch it. Don't you goddamn touch it. Let me die. Is you go do that, or you go let the brother help you? I'm just saying, yeah.
Man, I know
What y'all
y'all done
think?
seen them medical TV shows where they be showing them racist
Ain't
people
that
that
fucking
I don't
stupid?
want him touching me.
I
Well,
ain't that
motherfucker, this
racist.
the only
I
person
ain't
that
that
can touch
racist, brother. I would turn Muslim, nigga, if I was Christian. Please help me, brother Allah. Ulala, where? Please get this off of me. help,
on the
help
real,
me,
huh?
brother, with the kufi.
Somebody, anybody, hit me, please. Hit me,
Get
please.
this shit, man. I ain't work, bro. I ain't worrying about none of that, man. But that's the whole point is. This, how hard up people is about what they believe in, y'all, right? And what the fuck they'll stand on. 10 toes down. Yeah, I got something lined up for y'all, dude. Let me hit y'all with this one, bro. There's some crazy shit that happened out there since we speaking on the mother country, child. Since you brought up the mother country.
The country mother?
Yeah, man. Check what the fuck they doing out here, y'all. What the fuck going on, fellas? What's going on out there? They ain't got no streets?
I don't know if you heard me. I said, why they look like a bunch of white boys in blackface?
Oh, shit. That's a lot of white boys. That'd be a lot of white people, though, dressed up.
I was talking about the dudes in the military outfit.
Oh, my bad. You see this shit, though, P? Look at this shit, P.
Yeah.
The fuck? 76? Oh, that was 70. God damn. Church is closed and everything, chop. They on some bullshit around there. What's going on, chop? The fuck? Is that Muslims killing these people? They say they got something to do with elders. We don't know what to do. We had enough massacres. Latest incident, continuation, escalating threat posed by ADF militants, y'all. I don't know who ADF is, y'all.
Man.
Yo, I don't know who the fuck ADF is, chop. I got another one for y'all. Let's go.
In a chilling escalation of violence, the Democratic Republic of Congo, DRC, has once again become a blood-soaked battleground for Islamist militants. On February 13, 2025, a horrifying attack unfolded in the northeastern territory of Lubero, where 70 Christians were beheaded inside a Protestant church in Kasanga. The perpetrators? Suspected members of the Allied Democratic Forces, ADF, a ruthless group with ties to the so-called Islamic State, ISIS. This latest atrocity has sent shockwaves through the Christian community and underscored the growing Islamist stranglehold in parts of the DRC. The nightmare began at 4 a.m. in the village of Meba. According to field sources, ADF militants crept into homes under the cover of darkness, whispering a deceptive command. Get out, and don't make any noise. 20 Christian men and women obeyed, only to be seized by the armed intruders.
Lied.
As the local community rallied to devise a rescue plan, the militants tightened their grip, surrounding Meba and abducting another 50 believers. The captives, 70 in total, were marched to the church
now we gotta
in
find out where that money coming
where they
from,
met
fellas.
a gruesome end.
Think about it.
Their severed heads are a stark testament to the barbarity now plaguing the region. Even after the killings, the terror persisted. Until February 18, families couldn't bury their loved ones due to ongoing threats. Many Christians have since fled, joining the swelling ranks of the displaced. This gruesome massacre, reported by field sources and local leaders, marks the latest chapter in a relentless campaign by the ADF to assert dominance in the DRC's volatile northeast. The group, which pledged allegiance to IS in 2019, has transformed from a shadowy Ugandan insurgency into a formidable jihadist force, exploiting the region's instability to sow terror. The church in Kasanda, once a sanctuary, became a slaughterhouse. Its walls bearing silent witness to the execution of believers whose only crime was their faith. The ADF's reign of terror is not new, but it's intensifying at an alarming rate. Since 2014, the group has ramped up its assaults, starting in Beni territory in North Kivu province. The violence has since spilled into Irumu and Mombasa in Ituri province. And now Lubero is in its
taking over
crosshairs.
cities, y'all.
In the past month
They trying
alone,
to take over the whole left
ADF
slap.
has slaughtered over 200 people in Baswaga chiefdom.
Now they showing you the white boys. That's why you saying the white
This
boys.
relentless campaign has
You
propelled
see?
the DRC
They
6
connected
spots
with
of the World Watch
IS.
List,
All right, now.
landing at number 35.
Let's get it.
In 2024,
ADF,
355 Christians were killed for their faith, up from 261
Didn't he just
the
come
year
to New
prior.
Orleans?
While an estimated 10,000 were uprooted,
Didn't he just mow
a
down some
tenfold
people?
increase from 2023.
All right, now.
The numbers tell a story of devastation. Looted and torched homes, shuttered schools, abandoned villages, and a healthcare system in collapse. Adding fuel to the fire,
And it's even
the
worse over there
M23
because they ain't
rebel
got
group,
no streets and
allegedly
shit.
backed by Rwanda, has exploited the chaos, further endangering Christians caught in the crossfire. The ADF's vision is clear.
Destroy all believers in Christianity is what they say.
They hunting down the towns where they know it's like that church, you know, that Christian church, and then it's that whole area, you know, a town is built around the church type shit. So they going in there and they, yeah,
Don't
that
this
type of
sound
time. Because a
familiar?
lot of this shit is on that. Oh, yes, that's why I say it like that, y'all. Because it's they towns, they don't have the same. They shit look like the 1940s and shit. P. You see what I'm saying? Like how our shit was. That's why I kept saying they don't have no streets. They don't have no paved roads around there. If you paid attention to that, they ain't no cement and none of that shit. So they living in those times where it's just built communities out of just nowhere. So somebody could come up the road and do that type of shit, right? To everybody, you know? Yeah.
Yeah.
Just think about an
Didn't
old
we just
western.
have a
Just think about an old
discussion
western.
where, wait, I was about to ask you this. Didn't we just have a discussion uh, where our president was saying that there are certain parts of Africa that they about to go build and make that into resorts of some sort?
Oh Lord, he go back to boy. You stuck on stupid.
No.
Go ahead,
Follow
go
me.
ahead.
Sudan. I think he was trying to, yeah, because they was already giving aid out to Sudan, and that shit was getting mismanaged as well. Because them people still
No,
going through the
not giving
bullshit.
out aid. They talking about
I know, P. I was trying to
building.
finish it off.
Oh,
I know what
please.
you're talking about. No, I'm just saying that's what happened before you knew that he said he was trying to make it out of a city and shit, like trying to rebuild shit over there. Basically, that's what he was. Is that in Gaza you talking about? Sudan and Gaza?
Yeah. So this the other thing.
Yeah.
What
Some people had a
what we're
problem with it.
seeing
Some
in
people.
this video is nothing more than them clearing out areas for
Why
new
they named
people to go
Democrat?
in
Let's
and
talk about that,
colonize.
Peter. Why they named Democrat? Why they had to use Democrat? Why are they
Uh,
using that?
I guess because they fell under the Democratic allegiance.
I don't know. I'm asking you. I'm just asking. I've
I
never
never
seen a
know
gang
why they
use
would call the
Democrat yet.
Democratic
ISIS,
anything
I heard of
exactly.
ISIS, I heard of all kind of shit. The jihad and
Well, jihad is a term to
Taliban.
say holy war.
Taliban? No, I'm just saying
The
I ain't
jihadists,
hear
the holy war.
the fighting union of the republic. That's what I'm trying to tell you. I ain't never heard no shit like that.
Hmm. Yeah, I never
I
heard
ain't hear
of that.
the FUR, the furs, nigga. That's what I'm trying to tell you. But for some reason, I'm hearing
All these new terminology.
Democrat gangbangers, and they doing it over
That
there, and
sounds
they
like
killing
that's nothing more
Christians in
than
the
what it
name of
is.
Allah. What the fuck? How you democratic? I thought Democrat mean for everybody. We live in a republic, though. People be forgetting. I don't know, Peter. I just be talking sometimes.
It's crazy,
It's
bro.
going down though. It's going down over there though, y'all. That's all I want to show y'all though. Yeah, they 70 Christians beheaded. They left their heads in the church too, y'all. Just to make their point. Yeah, set them up there. Like, you know,
Yeah, I
like they
heard
say
that. I think I
the
heard that one.
angels. Yeah. Hey,
Hmm.
let
Yeah,
them know we
y'all.
here. Yeah. See? The
We here.
A-
We coming to
the
take your
the
shit.
ADF, yeah. They alive, y'all. So if you know how immigrants and everybody come over here, right? Do not for 1 second believe that these people are not already here in America. They get money from somewhere, fellas, and we got to find that out. This and more on the next blunt. I'm telling you, fellas. So keep your eyes open for me, y'all. Keep your eyes open on your boy and them. You know, if y'all hear anything about that or anything going on with that, let me know what's happening with that shit. Cause I guarantee you, bruh, when we find out who paying them to get all them pretty guns and all that equipment and all that food and shit to be doing that, yeah, we'll really see what's going on.
So on to the meat of the situation. We are going to be moving on into what is Doge and what is going on with it, right? That's the
Nigga, I
topic.
thought it was Dodge, nigga. It ain't Dodge.
Hey. I thought it was that too. Fuck. Dodge.
My bad, y'all. I'm ignorant sometimes.
But after hearing people say it, because I still was like, okay, well, Doge. And then I heard him actually say DOGE with a Z sound. Doge. Like, oh, okay, let's see what this is about. Oh,
Nah, they
wait,
won't be
wait a minute.
French now. Get the fuck out of here, man. That French ass
Oh,
shit, man. Nobody want to hear that shit.
other countries do a lot of things that they want us to know about. Okay. Sorry, guys. So, my bad, y'all. I'm trying to pull up my video right quick. So I'm gonna get ready to move on into this video right quick. That way we can get this party rolling. Wait, what? Oh man, I hate the fact that my screen is fucked up like this. Ah, there we go. So here's my
That's crazy. I could play your video faster than you could play your video. I'm looking deep.
okay, it's T dot segment one.
Tax be coming to taxpayers. That's the latest pitch the president and Elon Musk are considering. National correspondent Matt Gelka has a closer look in tonight's Waste Watch report from Washington.
Elon Musk and the Department of Government Efficiency floated the idea of checks to taxpayers based on DOGE's government savings. The president endorsed it this week.
There's even under consideration a new concept where we give 20% of the DOGE savings to American citizens and 20% goes to paying down debt, because the numbers are incredible, Elon.
Well, this is all going to be worked on through the reconciliation process with Congress that's going underway right now.
The amount back to taxpayers is contingent on how much DOGE truly slashes from government spending. The group has claimed $55 billion saved so far, a number that's already being debated. But the slashes to the federal workforce continue. Secretary of Defense Pete Hegseth has reportedly ordered the military to prepare for major cuts. Hegseth wants 8% cuts to the military's budget each of the next 5 years, a multi-billion-dollar number based on the $850 billion budget in 2025. The IRS is about to start laying off around 6,000 employees, targeting recent hires. The IRS had added more than 20,000 people since 2020. The cuts would bring the workforce close to 2023 levels. The government-wide downsizing is starting to get some pushback from Republicans.
I'm very concerned about the impact on the state of Maine on everything from our national parks to biomedical research. So this is a big problem.
Democrats continue to stew over the agency's work that has mostly gone around Congress to implement changes.
Well, DOGE really stands for the Department of Gutting Everything, from healthcare to education to environmental programs. And it is absolutely something that people are going to have to stand up and fight against.
When asked about the potential for sending out checks, new Treasury Secretary Scott Bessent said the administration needed to focus on reducing the deficit first.
You lied to me. You said that
Reporting in
means something else.
I'm
That man
Matt
said it
Gelka.
means gutting everything. And the Republican is mad too, Democrats. Y'all don't see that? Trump is crazy. Huh, y'all? Trump is crazy, huh?
Mm-hmm.
P, why you lied to me, P? You said that man said it mean
Gutting
dumb motherfuckers
everything.
obligating to get everything. That what he said? What he said?
Department of
What
Gutting.
you said it was, P? What you
It's
said it was, nigga?
It's supposed to be the Department of Government Efficiency. That's what it said.
So why you lied to me then, bro? That man said something else just now.
That man said Department of Gut everything.
I know.
Get rid of all that
So
shit.
that's not what it is? That's not what it is?
I
So
don't know.
why he said that?
That's
I
what
don't
we
know
here to
either. I'm
investigate.
confused. I'm asking you, nigga. I don't know
Because
what these
I'm
people be talking
seeing
about.
that the money that they slashing from all these governmental agencies, I mean, 8% from the military, is that such a bad number? Is that really that bad? Or are we gonna,
Oh no, people
you
acting
know,
like that's their last little bit. I don't know. That's what I'm asking you.
then this lady get up here, the incumbent of Ohio, or whoever the fuck she was,
He says
talk
that's such a
about
bad thing.
biomedical research. Bitch, why we gotta keep wasting money with that shit? Don't know. First of all, I understand.
Say, bro, I don't want to pay for their baby. First of all, I don't want to pay for their aborted
The
baby that
baby
they done gave
experiment.
to the funeral homes and shit for y'all to go study and shit and the dead body shit. Y'all could cancel that bullshit. Yeah, cut all that shit.
That's
You
exactly
raggedy
what it
bitches.
is,
We
though.
don't know what y'all doing.
Give it to him.
Y'all cutting.
You know what I'm saying?
This man had a
That's
van
exactly what the fucking
full of body
problem
parts
is.
and shit. Man, look, P, cut all
Biomedical.
that shit, bro. Yeah, all that man, cut that shit, man. They ain't doing nothing, bro, but playing motherfucking Frankenstein in that bitch, bro. Wasting people fucking money, man. Trying to feel important.
Now
No,
look,
for
think
real,
about
bro.
it
You
like
ain't doing
this.
no real fucking research, bro. Ain't nobody trying to hear that shit, man. Hey, none of you bitches ain't came up with nothing with the council, man. Stop bullshitting, man.
Now, hey, look, when there's actual medical proof, because Dr. Sebi,
Since everybody want to do
you,
something
you
right quick,
jailed
y'all,
him
you know, you niggas don't want to just
and
get
got rid of
healthy,
him.
but since y'all want to zap everything, y'all ain't learned to zap that yet, nigga. What the fuck going on?
Nigga says y'all want
Microwave
zap
that, bitch.
everything.
Yeah, microwave
They
that. What the
do.
fuck, man? Oh, my bad.
They do.
You gotta lose
Man,
every
you
fucking thing
know,
to get it. Man, get the fuck out of here, man. No, it should be a way better and a decenter process. You
so
shouldn't have to go
look,
through a
now,
Ghostbuster
let's go back to
vacuum
the numbers of what you
to
were
get back
saying, though.
to yourself.
If you gonna dump out 20% to the American people, and then 20% goes to paying down debt, what the other 60% gonna go to? You see what I'm saying? Why can't 50% of what you slash from those go to the American people, and the other 50% go toward cutting down debt and other things like that? Or just say 30% go or 20% go to cutting down the debt, like you originally said.
It's
We
just an
can work with
idea
that.
at that point, just to see. But just for them to see that much of money too, though, it shows you how corrupt this shit really is, bro. To be honest with you, like that's just an idea, and look how many millions.
They done already found by
Hey, bro,
slashing.
it's
You see what I'm saying?
shit
If they
crazy,
gonna
bro.
do it, let's
Who is
do it.
350, P? Who that nigga you know, dog? That's 350, bro. What that nigga name is? You were telling me about.
Oh, the lady that was supposed to be
He 350
241
years
years
old.
old.
No, they got a nigga 350 years old getting Social Security. It's one
Oh,
nigga.
that look, I'd love to see that one. I'd love to see who the fuck that is. Nigga. Tell me how you made it this fucking long. Shit, tell me your secret. Bitch, you found a fountain of youth around this motherfucker. The tree of everlasting fucking life. You have been from that motherfucker. You bit the bark of that bitch. Fuck. You
Say, chat, bro.
350
Did you know
fucking years old
somebody
still collecting social
somebody's getting
security.
Social Security for a 340 years old person?
Mm-mm.
Oh my nigga, that's why we laughing. Well, that's why I'm laughing.
I'm
That's why I
thinking
was fucking with P. Bruh,
they giving
no,
it to
the
him.
nigga did this. Man, that boy must put it on the Twitter around the fucking numbers of the age groups and how much money is coming out of the Social Security shit. Man, they got somebody 350 years old, son, getting a Social Security check.
And
Where
then
he
this
live at?
something else he said. He said that
200s, it
the
went all the
social
way.
security
That's
number.
the farthest it went. It was like 1 and like 200, and then it went to like a couple of thousand in the 150s. I'm
Man,
like, who
niggas
is
is
all
crazy.
these old ass motherfuckers still here? And Peter had told me about one person who existed at what age?
241. No, I'm sorry,
One person
141.
existed to be
She's
200.
like
Huh?
141 years old.
All right, 100.
Little
That what
Jamaican
you
lady.
141, right?
Yeah,
So
it's an
I
old
told him it
Jamaican
should
lady.
be just so at the Social Security numbers, right? For money being issued out, that should say one person, huh? At that age, if we going by age group, huh? That should say one person at 141. How you got people that's getting Social Security money after 141, y'all? And this nigga put this shit on the
Mhm.
Twitter. I say, man, that's why they don't like you, bro. Man, ain't nobody in office did that. Ain't nobody put the Social Security.
Now this
Ain't
another
nobody put
thing
the
though,
Social
and this is
Security money
like
out there, child. Ain't nobody put the Social
so.
Security money out there. Go look it up. Eli Bud
Now
Twitter.
this one of the
Social
other things
Security numbers.
that he was talking about too, bro, and a lot of people don't want to admit this is that Elon Musk is already saying that the Social Security Administration has
Do
a big
they?
problem because people, you have so many people in this motherfucker that there's
I
no
ain't
way
mean to
to
drive you down the
generate.
street too, P. My bad, bro. I ain't mean to
No,
drive you
no,
down
no,
the
no.
street.
You
Go ahead.
good, you
Finish your point.
good.
No, finish your point though.
So he basically was saying that the problem is that the Social Security Administration can't generate enough new numbers to give people an original Social Security number. That the basically
Ain't
they're
nobody thinking about
reusing
that
the
shit, P.
same Social Security
See?
numbers.
You right. No, you right. You absolutely right. But guess what? See what I'm saying, bro? Gotta be more people gotta, I think, be more in tune with that. What you think, bro? Like you just said. What you think? I don't know. Cause
I think that
I'm
that's
trying
a
to
very
figure it
high
out too, bro.
plausibility, bro. 'Cause you can
Cause I
only
think
count
this
up
the
to
stuff
so
we were
many
supposed
numbers.
to be. We shouldn't have been wait to hate nobody to worry about this, right? That's what I'm trying to figure out. Why we waiting to hate somebody to worry about this? And if we gotta hate somebody to worry about our social security numbers and our money and where it's going, then let it happen. You feel me? Cause I'm not understanding. Like, what's either you with the bullshit or you trying to make a change. And something this simple could make a change. But if
A big
you
change
feel
at
me,
that.
bro? Like it's
A
weird,
very
right?
big
Like
change.
right? Like I don't give a fuck if y'all hate them good. Long as you paying attention to what you supposed to be paying attention to. Good. Hate the fuck out of them. Look, they showing you. Look, hate this shit. Yeah, hate all that shit. But like, yeah, be aware to not do it because bro, that same old song, bro, and the same old people, bro, telling us the same ass shit, bro. It's making them
Over and
people
over.
look better. No, it's they're giving them the clout. To be honest with you,
Mm-hmm. Because
they giving
nobody's
them the
doing
clout.
anything about it.
Yeah, they letting them shine. Like is making people is making people curious because of the same old song. You see what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
And hey, maybe it's for the best, bro. So y'all keep hating Trump, bro. As long as y'all paying attention, what the fuck you hating for?
I don't think nobody
Because
paying. I
guess
don't
what?
think they paying attention to what they hate the fucking man for. I think they just don't know what the fuck to do with this
I'm
goddamn
trying,
self.
P. I tried, P. I was trying, but I almost had him. I think I almost had him though. I think I was.
All right.
I got
Oh,
your next video lined up too. If you want me to hit me with the next.
yeah, go ahead. Part two. Clip two.
Administration has stepped down after she refused a request from Elon Musk's Department of Government Efficiency to access sensitive government records at the agency. That's according to two sources familiar with the situation.
You heard
A
her,
White
huh?
House
Look, that's them
spokesperson,
sensitive
meanwhile,
documents she
confirmed
talking
that Michelle
about,
King
Chap.
left her position at the administration
That
over the
fucking Social
weekend.
Security numbers.
One of the sources said the
Y'all
dispute
stealing
leading to
ass.
King's departure involved Americans' bank information, social security numbers, earnings records, marital statuses, dates of birth, and in some cases, medical records if a person had already applied for disability benefits. So the most
Ain't they for
sensitive
the
of
people?
data. As a result, President Trump has
Sensitive of
appointed
data.
Leland Dudick, a manager in charge of the Social Security's anti-fraud office, as acting commissioner of the SSA now that King is out. And we could get a decision sometime today from a federal judge in Washington, D.C. that could potentially limit
this is
Elon Musk
5
and his
days ago,
DOGE team
right?
from doing things like that, accessing government systems and firing federal employees. The lawsuit was filed by more than a dozen state attorneys general, but Judge Tanya Chutkin hinted at a hearing yesterday that she might not impose immediate roadblocks to Musk's
Just
infiltration
wasting
of the
our
nation's
fucking money,
government
y'all.
agencies.
This shit's sad,
Judge
bro.
Chutkin called DOGE's
I
actions,
just
quote,
told y'all.
concerning and troubling, but she also said the state's argument was too broad and hypothetical. Basically, that she needed to see more evidence of imminent harm before she granted a request for a temporary restraining order that would curtail what Musk and his DOGE team are doing. And then in a surprise filing last night, the Department of Justice stated Musk is actually not the administrator of DOGE, nor is he making personnel decisions at federal agencies. Might be news to many of us as we've been following this, because Elon
But you gonna
is
keep
clearly
saying
at the
something
center.
like he
But in that
is, though. But
three-page
you gonna keep
declaration,
talking
a
like
White
he
House
is, though.
personnel official revealed that Musk's title is senior advisor to the president and that he has no, quote, actual or formal authority to make government decisions himself. It's there that we're going to start with former U.S. Attorney and MSNBC contributor Barbara McQuaid. I want to get your reaction to that, Barbara, because it seems important from a legal perspective that these suits are being filed against Musk and DOGE, but the White House is saying, no, he's not technically in charge here. Is that going to work?
It's a really interesting revelation, Allie, because I think all of us had assumed that Elon Musk was the head of DOGE, not just that he worked for DOGE. In fact, at that Oval Office press conference last week, Donald Trump asked Elon Musk to speak about what he was doing at DOGE and what he was finding through his work with DOGE. And so if he's simply an advisor to President Trump, he doesn't have any authority whatsoever. So I do think that this is an important revelation that came in this case. Maybe this tips the scale for Judge Chutkin to have a new perspective on what's going on here. Or maybe it just opens the door to a different lawsuit
They
to
still
try
doing
to
something, P. That's how she talking like.
clarify
Yeah,
what
they
Elon
say
Musk's
they-
role
they-
is and who is in charge of DOGE.
This does,
Man, ain't
of course,
nobody
bring us
sneak
back
dissing.
to
Go
a
find
frequent
out.
refrain
You
that we've
worry
had
about
on this
Musk,
program
ass.
on Morning Joe around the lack of transparency within DOGE. That's
You see what I'm
a
saying,
problem
Pete? About
in and of itself.
who is
But
who
that's
it
the
is?
thing.
Keep
We
White
done
House
already
trying to
told
basically
you the
get it
man
on
in
a
charge is.
technicality. I mean, when we see Musk in action, prominently speaking from the Oval Office about the efforts that DOGE is undertaking, can the judge not take that in tandem with the technical piece of this that the White House is saying?
If he wants to, if he
Yeah,
was an
I
asshole.
think so. I mean, when you file an affidavit in court, as this was, you can't make stuff up the way you can when you're just shooting the breeze in the Oval Office.
Nah,
and so
I won't hear that
this
shit.
is an important clarification about what his actual
Exactly.
role really
Basically,
is.
that I don't think no
this is an
judge gonna
effort
try to risk their job to
get
try to
away with
lie
it on
on
a
them people.
technicality. The
Basically.
judge specifically asked for this. Like, what is his role anyway? And so they were forced to answer that question very specifically. But I think what it does highlight is the limits of his authority. Certainly, the government and the executive branch is permitted to root out waste, fraud, and abuse. In fact, that's what inspectors general are there for. But of course, many of them have now been fired. But only Congress can decide whether to eliminate entire agencies and whether to decline to spend funds that have already been appropriated. So I think this is a good clarifying moment, and I do think it begs the question, well, if not Elon Musk, then who is running DOGE? And, DOGE is, by most accounts, just a renaming of the U.S. Digital Services, which is an agency set up by the executive branch to try to improve our computer systems in the federal government. But clarification of that would be useful.
Won't you go find out?
Because I had the same question that you did. Musk is not actually in charge here. Who is? I think many people would like to know that. And I also want to talk to you about something overnight. You were one signatory on an open letter to current federal prosecutors from former U.S. attorneys and other prosecutors, basically saying and supporting them in the way that they've stood up to some actions from this Department of Justice, specifically when it comes to forcing folks to dismiss the charges against New York City Mayor Eric Adams. Talk a little bit about that letter. How unusual is it for former prosecutors to put their names on something like this?
Yeah, former prosecutors, like current prosecutors, are apolitical in their work toward the Department of Justice. This is a group of former Justice Department lawyers who are appalled by what we have seen in the Eric Adams case. And we wanted to show our support for the prosecutors who remain across our country, who are being asked to do the right thing, but might find themselves under similar pressure that Danielle Sassoon found herself under, and the other 6 prosecutors who chose to resign. We support that decision, but we also want to say you need to stay in there and stand up for the rule of law. We're counting on you to get that job done. And so it is completely appalling to see Emil Bove and others suggest that a criminal case can be dismissed simply to gain political advantage in a case. That is not how the work is done, and we wanted to make that clear to the American people who might not understand the non-transactional nature of criminal prosecution.
Yeah, people are definitely getting a crash course in how things typically.
Now, when you think about all that you just heard, right? They don't know, but they steady saying Elon, but y'all ain't
I
even
had a
bothered to go
motherfucking
find out
COVID
who
man
the
song when that
person is.
bitch was talking.
Like, the only thing that you can really say is that he is the senior advisor to the president. All he's there to do is advise the president of what? Anything he think about, right? Anything he could find out. He take the information that he get and he come up with a theory and a solution for it, right? Okay. So who's the person that makes the ultimate decision on whether that gets done or not? The fucking president.
Since
So
when?
why y'all
But since
arguing
when you
on
can't talk
Elon
about the
Musk?
issues? Since when you can't talk about the issues that's going on in America?
Now, don't that sound kind of stupid?
I don't know, because when
Yeah, good. I
when
mean,
we speak
that's the
about
one
certain
thing that
things,
they sitting there harping
they
on.
allow them to do as a politician and all that, right? So this man is an advisor, and she said, yeah, he's putting out private information. He's putting up. It's not private once you work for the people. All that's public information.
Right? And
That's what
it's
I'm
not
saying.
that
So
he
why you
trying
kept
to put
saying like
out.
it's sensitive, using
And
all these
then,
other words as if it was illegal, right? It just I just had to siphon through a lot of bullshit. I was just telling y'all some of the bullshit I siphoned through. That's all.
the
That's
crazy
crazy work.
thing is,
Chop said the biggest one though. The man ain't in charge of shit any fucking way. And y'all keep
He's
saying
not.
this shit, but it's
I'm telling you, Elon Musk and Trump, they gonna get us. That's all you hear. Everybody saying that shit.
But they don't. I don't think people really understand. Like, okay,
I
so
think
guess
you
what?
just said it
Who
too
was
good now.
President
I
Trump's
think you
senior
said it
advisor
too.
when he was in office last time? And they made a big deal about that then. His daughter. His daughter was a senior advisor to him. You see what I'm saying? Now it's Elon Musk. Like, I'm not gonna say I'm a big supporter or fan or I agree with his method. But fuck, the man do shit his way. He been told us that. I do shit my way. You don't like it? Oh well, fuck it. I do shit my way. From the TV show to your Apprentice, they should have known that that fucking man was going to be doing shit his way. Well, fuck. Like, if it nets results, is all that should matter, right? If they finding out that the Social Security Administration has been wasting money on paying claims to non-existent people, right? Or motherfuckers that's been dead. You paying a claim on somebody that's 350 years old. God damn it, what are we doing? What are we doing? And how much was this claim for? Right? Um, the Attorney General's office, when they spoke about that, if that's what the Attorney General's office is supposed to be there for, which is to track down on fraud and government money wasted and so on and so forth, why the fuck are we having this discussion now that Trump and them is saying that that's what they created
nobody don't
drones
want to
for?
talk about Pete. Nobody, everybody. That's like the elephant in the room, but nobody talks about it when everybody agrees with each other, and and we all are in the office, and we. You see what I'm saying? But at the same time, that shit still be going on, bro, and that been a problem for a long time, regardless of who been in office. To be honest with you, so
Right.
that's what I'm looking at too. I could agree with you on that. It's like the
So
elephant in the room, but nobody addresses it, right? The wasteful
nobody.
spending, dog.
Wasteful spending, governmental fraud. Cause we gotta look at it. Ain't no way you gonna tell me the Social Security Administration, who tracks every dollar you make according to your Social Security number, can't find out who the fuck is 350 years old that they paying Social Security money to. I don't want to hear that shit. Because guess what? The Social Security,
Vampire in
look,
Brooklyn.
the-
Chop, I wish I had my
here's the
shit right
thing.
now, boy. I would have
That's
played it right
why.
now.
That's why they don't
But
Vampire
want
look,
in
that's
people
Brooklyn,
looking
nigga.
into
here's the
certain
thing.
shit
The
or
Social
seeing this
Security
or seeing that.
Administration
People
ain't been
don't
around
find
for no
shit like
300
that.
years.
Like, stop it. You know how
You see
somebody
what
could
I'm saying?
be 350 years old? They could be
So
using
somebody
their
350
name
been
as an
collecting Social
LLC.
Security all that fucking time. Where the fuck it is?
They could be using their name as an LLC.
Boom, pow, bang. It's the motherfucking. The price is right.
This nigga be just saying dumb shit.
There
Like,
you
be
go, Chop.
logical. That's the most logical way to do it.
LLC, my nigga. And
Incorporate
that's
your
why it
name,
was a joke.
and
That's
now
why it was a joke
it's
about
been
Vampire in
alive.
Brooklyn. Because
Yeah.
everybody should know in their common sense fucking brain. But nobody want to use common sense. Why? Because they like a certain person or they hate a certain person. So they're not going to use their common logic with somebody tell me somebody is getting Social Security money at 300. Once you say 3, like your brain should snap out of whatever the fuck. Cause you know for a fact, ain't no goddamn body on this planet Earth that they have told us has never been that old, unless we read our scriptures.
Yep.
All right now. So don't get me started now. But I'm just saying, Chop. This certain things just people just snap out of. You know what I mean? And when you don't snap out of it, it's giving certain vibes though. It's giving certain aromas.
What is that aroma?
Something fishy.
It smells very odoriferous. But
I
yeah,
got you
man.
lined up too, Pete. You ready for the next one?
Yes, sir.
Hey, boy, that Pete changed this whole things. If you do choose to,
Hold up.
and the Department of Government Efficiency is going to fix that.
President-elect Donald Trump has named Elon Musk and Vivek Ramaswamy as the heads of a new Department of Government Efficiency. Here's what we know. Trump said the department will advise the White House on getting rid of excess regulations and bureaucracy. And though it has department in its name, it will function outside of the government and thus not need congressional authorization. The department's abbreviated name, DOGE, is a reference to the cryptocurrency Dogecoin, which Musk is associated with. Trump said the commission will look to reduce government staff and restructure federal bodies. And the future president is giving the group until July 4th, 2026 to finish its work. It remains unclear how the department will be funded and how they will get their work done.
Your money.
It is.
Now, what they saying now? They do not need congressional approval because it is not regulated under them. It operates outside, which means this like saying you got a subcontracted company, right?
Okay, that's a good point. That's a good
You see
point.
what I'm saying? That's
Yeah, I
exactly
know where
what
you're
it
going,
is.
but go ahead. No, finish your shit
So
though. Go ahead.
why they still gung ho about going to a judge and trying to see if it's legal? It's completely legal. Don't think that these people ain't sitting up here and already. I mean, if they came up with the idea for this long before the man became president, so that if and when, right, if and when he does become president, they can move forward without any major roadblocks in the way. Oh yeah, you gonna sue? Okay, watch this, Judge. This is a thing that's operated outside of the government. You know what I'm saying? And this what we doing.
Just
What
like
can
the
the
other
judge
coins
say?
been doing already. Yeah, just like the other
You see what
coins
I'm
been
saying?
doing. Like
So what can the judge
it's
say?
not nothing that already been and yeah. I see what you're saying.
They really can't do nothing about it. All they could do is say, you know what? They
I mean,
right. They
there
can't do
is
nothing about
judges, so yeah, they could be a stickler for it and not agree with it, and be on that type of time too, though, P. Just to ping pong that conversation. It's like some people have a different point of view of it. You know what I'm saying with that shit. So
it. Well, here's the other side to that too.
everybody don't like it, and everybody don't understand it, and everybody don't want to say that they agree to it. But some people you know, look at it from, another point of view. So a
Hmm.
judge being a judge,
They
his
gotta weigh that
emotions,
shit.
rather regardless.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Like regardless of if he do go by the law, like he still control a little bit of his emotions and shit, or how he feel about shit too. Because they give him that power to do that too. So hey,
But then the messed up part about that, though, even with them doing that, the one thing that they would be doing in doing that would be the one thing that Doge is supposedly trying to cut down on governmental weight.
yeah. So that's right. So that's what So like Chad said, I wouldn't even be, trying to really,
Worried about it.
see what I'm
Yeah, ain't no
saying?
reason.
Yeah, not necessarily worried about it, but like see where this going more than anything, if I could say it simply, and realize what's going on and keep it on a legal professional level. You see what I'm
Because you
saying?
gotta think
And
about it like this,
if I'm
right?
looking,
If I'm a businessman and I can make you buy something, I'm gonna make you buy something. And especially if I got my money in it and it's gonna make me money too, just the sheer
Hmm.
thought of me talking about it gonna make people want to buy it. So there are more stable coins just for people with common sense. We know Dogecoin went up, then that shit crashed down. That bitch crashed like a rocket or whatever. But
Then it went back up and it crashed back down again. That's the
they
same
ain't
thing with
go up
anything in
no
the stock
buku
market.
like that though. When you say go up, I mean like go up some dollars. Like that shit died down. It kept going down after it went up that time because I actually bought some or whatever. I had that fucking and a few other coins. So I'm speaking from a perspective of someone that actually, bought the coins and seen, once that shit raised, you gonna see that shit gonna triple in money because people gonna be thinking, oh yeah, we about to switch to this. But realistically, the man got 4 years in office. If there's not a predecessor, meaning somebody coming after Trump that's gonna do the same shit that people gonna vote for this person and all that shit, they're gonna do all the same shit Trump was gonna do, then we only got 4 years with the nigga and it's gonna be over sooner than you think it is.
Mm-hmm.
Just being realistic about it because people scared the shit. Like he could just say a word and the shit gonna happen. Like, I don't know. But
oh, you thinking like
They give him way too much
what do you
power.
call
They
that,
do, Jeff.
Mr.
They give him
President for
way
life
too much
shit?
power.
You thinking about it like
They give this
if
nigga
Trump
more power than
was
Obama.
because they say Vladimir Putin, he trying to set it up where even after he exit office as president over there in Russia. Now, no,
he
listen to
can't
this now,
do that. He can't do
bro.
that.
I got your last video
Okay,
lined up too, bro. Whenever
That
you're
shit
ready,
crazy. Like,
give
why
me the
y'all
cue.
think
you
he
ain't
would
never
do
heard of the
that?
president for life thing? So tell me, have you heard of that?
I could be cool with a nigga. Ain't nothing wrong with that, huh, P? I can't be cool with you, though.
Nigga, once the new president get in office, they could change all that, can't they?
We might don't agree everything. We could be
That's all I'm
cordial.
saying. Like that shit crazy. The man
But
What's
that's
best
what
for
I'm trying
our
to tell
country
Top.
is
Like
best
And
for
that's
people
how
just
yours.
they
scared of
got
that nigga, dog.
motherfucking
I ain't
people trying to
scared,
set
bro.
shit up like that. Like
Call me
Yeah, I
don't
ain't
crazy,
do.
scared
but I
neither,
ain't
chop.
scared.
Yeah, I ain't scared none of that shit.
I ain't scared. Fuck.
Nah, I don't give a fuck who he click clack with. You hear me?
Fuck.
Ain't got nothing to do with me.
We taking over
My bullets work for
one
Russians,
city at a
for whoever they gotta.
time.
I don't give a goddamn. Them bitches work for everybody that could get them, that need some. Fuck. And these
Hey, Con, get
hands,
your
nigga.
African ass out here,
These
nigga,
hands
and get
work.
that bullshit off the top of
I'm
your
not worrying
head.
about
Come
that
sing this
dumbass
shit.
shit, man. You gotta do research into the coins to know what was going on. Dogecoin was one of the cheapest fucking no-name
Yeah,
coins, period.
yeah,
Like
no name. Yeah, nigga told me
it
about three
wasn't
other
even
ones
big like
before
that.
the Doge shit. Yup,
But
Doge been
because
out.
Trump and them
I remember
talking
the shit.
about it, it's like, oh shit, because go look and see they got other coins that did way better that people put way more money into than those coins. So why we not talking about them coins?
Because they don't want you to
Because
talk
Trump
about
and
them
Elon
coins.
Musk talking about Doge, John.
Yeah, yep. So which bringing more? See how smart they is. See, because y'all hate them, y'all gonna bring more promotion to the coin, which is gonna sell. See,
Mm-hmm.
you do it to yourself.
Sell.
You do it to yourself. If you don't like it,
I call it bluff.
don't pay no
Because guess
attention
what?
to it.
I know they
I
got
got your
coins
last
that's
one
doing
lined up,
way
though, P.
better than that shit. Like,
Yeah, you can run it. I think this is my last one too.
Yeah, what? All right.
So if you do choose to be the head of the Department of Government Efficiency?
Yeah, Doge.
Yep. What do you think about we stop giving money to other countries such as Israel, Ukraine, and we stop funding forever wars? Most likely it's going to the deep state anyway.
I think
that was happening before they got there. Y'all, you heard what he asked him?
With the federal government is really staggering.
That's
It's a
dirty
staggering
work.
amount of.
Hold on, P. Hold on, P.
Yeah,
That man
play it
said,
again.
"Can we stop?" I'm gonna definitely play it again, but I had to stop him right there. I couldn't let him continue, though. Did y'all hear that, audience? That man said, "We've been giving money to other people in other countries," and he
Mm-hmm.
said it like as if that was his fault. Like, what are you gonna do about it? Wait, okay. I was fucked up. I'm sorry. That was a moment, y'all. Hold. I'm gonna play it.
But
If you do choose to be the head of the Department of Government Efficiency,
Yeah, DOGE.
yep. What do you think about we stop giving money to other countries such as Israel, Ukraine, and we stop funding forever wars? Most likely it's going to the deep state anyway.
I think in general the amount of waste that happens with the federal government is really staggering. It's a staggering amount of waste of taxpayer money. And if we're, for any given expenditure, we have to say, well, what does this do for the citizens of America? Like, how is this good for the people of America? It's their money. Like, for some weird reason, a lot of people in the sort of, state or whatever, the politicians, they seem to forget that the money being spent is your money. And if it's not being spent in a way that is beneficial to the American people, it's a misuse of the funds.
So,
nah, when you hear him say that it would be a misuse of funds if it's not going to the American people or being spent in the benefit of the American people. That just goes to show that, and I'm saying this, all that money we sent to Ukraine, all the money we keep spending on Israel, all the money we keep sending to all these other foreign countries in the guise of foreign aid, right? Especially knowing that we're exporting just about as much, if not more, in goods and services to other countries. Like we're putting out a lot more than we're actually getting in as far as foreign trade, right? And we're not talking about stuff to be purchased or anything like that. We're talking about stuff that's supposed to actually be here to help the American people, right? We're putting out way more of that than we're actually taking in. And everything we're taking in is up for consumer purchase, is this, that, and the other, and stuff like that. So, looking at what he's talking about with this, as far as, does it benefit the American people? Will it be something that's going to help us out? Stuff like that of that nature, it kind of makes sense. But at the same time, if you're saying that the 20% of what DOGE has captured already should be dispersed back to the American people, and 20% goes to paying down debt. Again, I say, what is the other 60% going to be doing there, right? Where does that 60% go? And still, even with that, how will it benefit the American people? Because you still got a larger portion of money that you reclaimed that's supposed to be for the American people. Where's that money going to go? And what is it going to be for? What will that 60% be earmarked for? And how will you spread it out amongst the agencies that you're keeping, uh, as far as like Department of Health and hospitals?
I think it's a
Department.
distraction. I think it's a distraction. You don't think it's a distraction?
It has a very high plausibility of being a distraction because the numbers aren't adding up, right? The numbers aren't adding up. So, like I said,
It's kind of slick, right? Because look what your boy was talking about. He was talking about the dollar crashing. So the dollar crashing and all these other companies, just like I showed my stuff, my other news slick side had something to do with what was going on anyway. If you look up the other countries did join together to get behind $1.
That's right.
You know what I'm saying? So it's like they trying to. It is like some real shit, but at the end of the day, it's like it's not leading you in the right direction of the conversation. If that makes sense.
They just trying to get their little money up. See, their money ain't worth really shit, right? In these other countries, their money was never worth what our money was because of the resources and what the trade with that we was doing with them. That's what made us,
the power,
what the
financial.
fuck we is. Yeah, what they give us that name. We don't give them that name, right?
Right.
Like
Right.
just think about just think about just black so-called black people in general. Look at the influence we have on other countries, y'all. Just think about it. Like look at it's like
We do have a very large
there's no money.
influx
There's
of
no money to
influence.
be involved. Yeah. So if I don't want to really spend my money where you at, wouldn't it be better for me to get you to come to me?
Yeah, yeah, we will be.
I can have you right here.
P, I ain't know you
So a
voted for
lot of the
Trump.
times a lot of times these countries have the same thing that we have in mind, right? But people is trying to outbid and outwar each other too. See, some people get greedy, y'all. It's just a part of nature with motherfuckers.
I did
And
not
you know,
know you voted for Trump. Your wife said she told everybody the truth. Now, your wife said you voted
well,
for Trump. Huh? Cat's got the tongue. Is there a cat
she
in the
said
room?
didn't P Dot
Cats
vote for
down.
Trump?
If there's a
You
cat in
can't
the room,
complain
put the
about
cat
him
down
and
so
you
the
got
cat can't
what
be
you
close to
voted
your
for.
tongue. So you could put the cat down.
But it don't seem like to me, to be honest, that P Dot is actually complaining about Trump based off of what he presenting.
Right.
Yeah, based off of what he's presenting.
Me either.
You see what I'm saying?
I think he's scared of the
You know,
Doge thing. He thinks the Doge gonna get him.
in the beginning, he was like trying to put, you know what I'm saying, put it all together, but it was like, you know, once he started presenting his own shit, because I didn't help him work on none of this. I ain't gonna lie, this is
I ain't
all
gonna
him.
lie,
That's his shit.
it does
So
spark a conversation.
he
But I
is
will say
showing the
this
other
to the
side.
people.
Yeah, to spoke the
I will say this to
conversation.
the people that's watching the show. Look into them cryptocurrencies because it is one that the government is backing. And you know, you either could believe it or not, but they behind that XRP shit. I'm just saying, that is the truth. I can't say nothing else. What they be saying, that is it, that is all. Just yeah. If we could, you know,
For
keep
real.
some of that shit, cause them motherfuckers is trying to they trying to switch everything over because they know it's about to be over for that dollar. So once the dollar ain't got no more value, what we selling people? And they looking for that gold too. See, niggas ain't talking about that. Why we ain't?
No, that's exactly why we see what's
All right,
happening in
and that's
Democratic
why I
Republic of
can't
Congo.
believe they're gonna get rid of the dollar. That's why I can't believe they're gonna get rid of the dollar. That's the main reason. Because they trying so
But if
hard to
that's the
get us
case, they're
off of
gonna go
that,
back to the gold
but it's
standard then,
still
right?
all about to say, because if if they get rid of that, then they know they own people gonna have to owe motherfuckers if we go back to the gold standard.
Yep.
Because gold gonna always be worth something, nigga. Fuck what you talking about. Don't let them
Oh
lie to
shit!
you.
We go back to the gold
Say,
America.
That
you
shit's
know how I know
forever
we
in
heading on the right path,
lasting,
bro?
nigga.
Look, y'all know how I know we heading on the right path? What was the reason Donald Trump went to Fort Knox to see if the gold was still there for us?
Okay,
If we
all
not
right,
about
there
to
you
go
go,
back
P.
down that
I
fucking road.
don't know, bro. You tell me, bro.
Yeah,
I'm
but
just
nobody
saying.
even talk about that. They talking about those, but not
Because the queen
realizing
got a lot of it.
Donald.
See, Britain, the queen, she
Yeah,
got a lot of it, yeah. Yeah, remember
yeah,
that?
in
Remember we
Africa.
talked about
Look,
that?
well, remember
All right now.
when she died, what Africa said? We want our
You can
shit
let her
back,
buck you up.
bitch.
Yeah. You
These
sure
people
did.
before her ass
You,
croaked, they said they want all the
yeah, bro.
diamonds, jewelry,
They
rubies,
want their
the
piece of the
emeralds,
pie.
the
Yeah,
pearls.
bro.
They wanted
That's
their
what all these
shit back.
countries playing right now. This is what's going on right now. Because remember, we give a lot of foreign aid to a lot of these same countries, brother. We always think about it. We be going everywhere and helping these people out. You know, Cat Williams had a joke about that shit. He was like, "You talk shit from your little ragged ass country. This is America. We, you know, we, you go back to your little ragged ass country." Just like they showed you, bro. I just showed you the shit. They killing them people, bro, with little bitty towns and shit, bro. Going in there and chopping their heads off and shit, right? Them people ain't even got no roads.
Ain't got nothing.
They living in the third world. You see what I'm saying?
Essentially.
Atmosphere, man. They in that. Yeah, that's what it is out there. And as long as they keep telling us that, you see what I'm saying, oh, everything is fucked up, guess what? It's gonna be fucked up, dog. Just like it look over there. You can keep tearing this bitch up, bro. You can't keep compromising with people's emotions, Peter. Did we talk about that earlier?
Yes, sir, we did. I think we
All
did
right.
that
So
Saturday.
this is a political thing too, right? This is a political thing too. So with my segment, I just got two little quick ones. One from one side, just to say one thing and see what y'all think about it, and one from the other side to see what y'all think about. So there we go.
Elon Musk and the Department of Government Efficiency floated the idea of checks to taxpayers based on DOGE's government savings. The president endorsed it this week.
There's even under consideration a new concept where we give 20% of the DOGE savings to American citizens and 20% goes to paying down debt, because the numbers are incredible, Elon.
Well, this is all going to be worked on through the reconciliation process with Congress that's going underway right now.
The amount back to taxpayers is contingent on how much DOGE truly slashes from government spending. The group has claimed $55 billion saved so far, a number that's already being debated. But the slashes to the federal workforce continue. Secretary of Defense Pete Hegseth has reportedly ordered the military to prepare for major cuts. Hegseth wants 8% cuts to the military's budget each of the next 5 years, a multi-billion-dollar number based on the $850 billion budget in 2025. The IRS is about to start laying off around 6,000 employees, targeting recent hires. The IRS had added more than 20,000 people since 2020. The cuts would bring the workforce close to 2023 levels. The government-wide downsizing is starting to get some pushback from Republicans.
I'm very concerned about the impact on the state of Maine on everything from our national parks to biomedical research. So this is a big problem.
Democrats continue to stew over the agency's work that has mostly gone around Congress to implement changes.
Well, DOGE really...
Yeah, I just wanted to play that part again so people could see the numbers again and, really focus on what's going on. Now, that was a Republican that they caught in the elevator. They was hounding her ass, too.
Right.
It was on her motherfucking neck, Peter. What you got to say? I heard you don't like that shit. What's going on, man?
And she said the cuts that they
It's
making
really a problem. I
gonna
don't
go
know
to
what's going
everything
on, but I
from
don't like that shit.
national parks to
Let me.
biomedical research. Like that is
Holy shit.
major like what is in between? What government agencies, like how many government agencies are you concerned about being affected by the DOGE and the layoffs and whatever those come with, as far as the Department of Government Efficiency is concerned? When they say we're going to shut this down, shut that down, and it's primarily because of this is expenditure that we can no longer continue to afford, right? We've been trying to balance this. We've been trying this. We steadily borrowing money to keep this stuff up afloat. But the major part of the problem persists is we're spending more money than we're actually making. So something gotta go. So it's either biomedical research, where all these pharmaceutical companies and hospitals and so on and so forth need to either get funding cut, right? Or we cut funding to this particular government entity altogether, right? Which means there's less money taxpayers got to pay out of their pocket to fund your medical research, Because, and I'm just saying. So when we get down to the meat and bread of it, like they say, the Department of Education, they getting cut, right? Well, the Department of Education also has something to do with research funding, right? Because in order to do the research on some of these sites to be excavated, and some of the sites are medical research and uh, sound research, and uh, what's the one I'm looking for? The theory of relativity when it comes to particle acceleration and all that. All of that money comes from federal funding. It doesn't come from a lot of students being enrolled in college, especially when we're seeing that the amount of debt owed in student loan damn sure ain't nowhere near the amount of money being funded to all of these research projects at all these different universities across the country. Somebody's funding something somewhere, and the federal government is saying, you know what, we got to cut spending in a lot of places in order to see where this fucking money was going. If that makes sense.
Nah, it make perfect sense, bro. So let me show you the other side of it. This the word on the streets too, P. So let me give you the other word on the street, bro.
So today I want to break down the $5,000 DOGE refund, which was just proposed by Elon Musk. In this video, I'll explain what the $5,000 DOGE dividend refund is, where it's coming from, and why it's getting so much attention. But in a nutshell, it's an idea that every American taxpayer could get a $5,000 check as a special refund funded by savings from cutting government waste. Now, it's being called the DOGE dividend because it's tied to something called the Department of Government Efficiency, DOGE. This isn't actually handing out Dogecoin. The refund would be in dollars, but the hype actually started from a post on X saying that President Trump and Elon Musk should announce a DOGE dividend, a tax refund check sent to every taxpayer funded exclusively with a portion of the total savings delivered by DOGE. And just like that, it went viral. Everyone picked it up, from news outlets to crypto blogs to Fox. Millions of people are now debating whether a $5,000 payout funded by found money in Washington could really happen. Now, the DOGE team has reportedly already identified tens of billions of dollars of savings by cutting fraud, canceling unnecessary projects, and trimming agency budgets. So people are really excited that those savings might directly benefit American families as a one-time refund. But not everyone thinks this is actually a good idea, since giving $5,000 to each American could also cause some major problems. Either way, I want to help explain exactly how this is going to work if it happens, how much it would cost, what the odds of this would...
I know you. Huh, P? What you say, P?
What major problems could it create? For who?
P, yeah.
Extra
You don't see
5
no
G's in my
problem with that,
motherfucking
huh,
pocket?
P?
Man, what the fuck are you talking about? What you
But
talking
you
about?
see
What kind
now,
of fuck?
but look,
That should have helped me come
no,
up.
no, no, no. I know, you're right, but look, you know what the problems is? The shit that everybody else who's disagreeing with what's going on. That's what he's referring to, right? If this is possible, you're going to have people that's going to have pushback to say that this is not right because of whatever they're going to come up with, Pete. And that's what I be trying to tell you. Like,
And the
people
pushback
don't
would
be
only come
understanding
from
what's
those
going
that's
on. Now,
benefiting
he said,
right now.
yeah, from a scamming, right? That's what I'm trying to
Yes.
tell you. The
And
only
that's the
people
citizens
pushing
and
back is the people
accomplishment
who
it is.
don't want to give you your money, round. How you done found that much money to where you trying to give out now? You trying to see if you could get how much money you could give American citizens, the American families, a check from all this stolen money and mismanaged money, Pete. We just showed them they up to 55 billion. That man said 10 billion. So this was before we actually got that number. You see what I'm saying?
Well,
They
he
up to
said
50 stuff.
tens of billions, meaning more than 10 billion. So, you know, if they found 55 billion so far, and that's just since the implementation, right? That's just since the implementation. So that's not saying that they found everything. Because they haven't been able to get to everything because the pushback and
Exactly.
oh no, we're
So the
not
point
doing
is,
that.
why is it that much money, right? So the point is, why is it that much money that's mismanaged, correct? Like
Always.
why, how did I find all this money that, you know, comes out of nowhere where it's not been managed? Like, who has been spending this money all this time, Pete? And why is this money just sitting here and not given to the
Apparently,
people?
the attorney general been mismanaging the fucking money because they were supposed
Apparently,
to
a
be the
lot of
ones that's
motherfuckers
supposed to
from
be
state to
funding it.
state been mismanaging money, and that's why our schools look like the fuck they do. You know, we've been coming up with a certain little shit in New Orleans, like, cause people been getting on their ass about that dumbass shit. You know, shout out to certain little schools that been, doing their thing. But it's been a long time coming, bro, with that shit, bro. And especially now, you got to get on these areas and these streets, bro. These fucking streets and shit is horrible, bro. That's mismanaged money, P. We got the
Big
people for
time.
the job, bro. Bro brothers down here. You see what I'm saying?
And
That shit
look,
in
both
the
brothers
city
lost
ain't
the
no fucking way.
contract to managing the streets and all that years
Yeah,
ago. In like
swear,
the early '90s.
I would have lost that bitch too if I wasn't doing nothing. So look what's going on. It got worse. Ain't nobody. Come on, bro. If you gonna let motherfucker play you, that's what they gonna do. They gonna play you, and they gonna keep doing it, bro. Ain't no way this shit's supposed to look like this. But I digress on my shit. I'm gonna finish. I'm gonna play them one more time, and I'm gonna let it play all the way through. But I just wanted people to just pay attention to that. Like, what if, like, is y'all still hating Trump? If he give y'all $5,000, let me know in the comments.
Shit,
So today I want to break down the $5,000 DOGE refund, which was just proposed by Elon Musk. In this video, I'll explain what the $5,000 DOGE dividend refund is, where it's coming from, and why it's getting so much attention. But in a nutshell, it's an idea that every American taxpayer could get a $5,000 check as a special refund funded by savings from cutting government waste. Now, it's being called the DOGE dividend because it's tied to something called the Department of Government Efficiency, DOGE. This isn't actually handing out Dogecoin. The refund would be in dollars, but the hype actually started from a post on X saying that President Trump and Elon Musk should announce a DOGE dividend, a tax refund check sent to every taxpayer funded exclusively with a portion of the total savings delivered by DOGE. And just like that, it went viral. Everyone picked it up, from news outlets to crypto blogs to Fox. Millions of people are now debating whether a $5,000 payout funded by found money in Washington could really happen. Now, the DOGE team has reportedly already identified tens of billions of dollars of savings by cutting fraud, canceling unnecessary projects, and trimming agency budgets. So people are really excited that those savings might directly benefit American families as a one-time refund. But not everyone thinks this is actually a good idea, since giving $5,000 to each American could also cause some major problems. Either way, I want to help explain exactly how this is going to work if it happens, how much it would cost, what the odds of this would be, and how this would affect the economy. So with that said, let's get into it. Hi, my name is Andre Jick. Hope you're doing well. Come for the finance and stay for the DOGE. So the first question is, what are the chances that this realistically could happen and everyone could get a $5,000 refund? So at this point in time, I think it's really important to remember that this is just a proposal. It's an idea, not an actual approved policy. But since Elon Musk and President Donald Trump have now become bros, it could actually happen. Now, as of right now, there's no official government announcement of any stimulus or DOGE dividend checks going out. And the White House has said that Elon Musk, while an advisor, is not in charge of DOGE, and nor has he ever been in charge of issuing.
So,
that goes Mythbusters.
I don't want to speculate on nothing, P. I just wanted to, present somebody who actually had, a great point of view on it, and what was being proposed versus just, telling me some shit. You know what I'm saying? So,
But
yeah,
that
there's more
but
to that if y'all want to go, watch the rest of it. But yeah, I just want to pinpoint on that just to kind of stay on
so that but
topic.
that does kind of like go back to what we were saying when I was on my segment about him just being there as an advisor to the president, not saying that he has any real official power. I'm just here to advise this man whether this is a good idea or bad idea.
Yeah, hey,
If it's a
hey,
bad,
we found all this money that these motherfuckers been stealing, and now we got it all lined up since we didn't, chopped off certain these things. Why don't we give the people a $5,000 check a piece?
right? Nah,
I don't know.
that's
Would
just a
you
bad
propose
idea.
something like that, Pete, if you was an advisor?
Yeah, why not? Because like,
I don't know. I'm
one
asking
other
you.
thing. One other thing I wanted to say this, and I was trying to say this before you started the video is, you know, nobody really sat down and thought back to when he was first president and COVID was getting ready to swing through and shit like that. When a lot of the Democratic leaders were not trying to come up with the type of money that Donald Trump said he wanted to put out as far as stimulus payments per man, woman, and child, right? Because initially he was like, I want to put $2,000 in the hand of every man, woman, and child. Now, who would that have benefited the most, right? In smaller terms, if you're thinking about it in a small way, yes, it definitely would have benefited families with children, poor people alike. But it would have also generated a circulation of dollars within the economy, right? What's the number one thing? When people get money in their hands, what's the first thing they do? They go out and buy stuff. They buy what they need.
Yeah,
They buy
or pay bills.
pay bills, right? Which does what? Stimulate and generate the economy, right?
You fucking
You,
right.
you, so you, he got a lot of pushback for saying he wanted to put $2,000 in everybody's hands.
I don't know. Maybe people don't. I don't know, Pete. Maybe they don't want it from him. Maybe that's what it is.
That would be okay. So that goes back to what you were saying about being racist in the gym.
You ain't gonna want me to take that. You ain't gonna want me to take that 350 off your neck. Damn, that's cold blooded.
I'm gonna just sit here and watch you turn purple.
You over there choking? Yeah, you.
why this ball about to sever your
Let
motherfucking
me
head off
die.
your shoulder?
Let me die.
You see what I'm saying?
Yeah, goddamn.
So
Yeah, bro. I don't know, bro.
What I'm hearing is correct, not like you say, they got 4 years of this, right? If because there's talk about him supposedly supposed to be getting impeached again and all that there, if
Of
he
course
keeps
there is,
going
Pete.
about the route he goes, right? But in the event that this works and they find more than what they found now, right? They find way more than what they found now.
That'd be
Let's
yeah,
say
bro. That'd be
they start
crazy, bro.
finding that we could get up to $1 trillion found. Because doesn't
Man,
billion come before trillion, right?
yeah, bro.
And you say,
That'll kind of help us out with the deficit too, because we already in the hole.
right, nah, just say they find a couple of $1 trillion worth of money from government waste and so on and so forth. Wouldn't it be prudent to say that now instead of we gonna give 20%, we could give 35% back to the American people. So that 5,000 could go to 15,000. One swap, 15 G's per tax filing person, right? Well, how many people you got in your house that file taxes? Y'all got 15 G's, right? Man, come on now. It just makes sense. I'm just saying it seems like a lot to undertake when you're not looking at it. I get a lot of flack for always being on the glass is half full side. But when you think about how this could potentially go, then the optimism has to be there. You have to be optimistic at some point. and all of the people that's giving him pushback are the ones, like I say, when you think about these, and as you and the fact of receipts were talking about people sitting in Congress all these years until they die, these are the same people that's using all of these loopholes and hidden money in slush fund accounts to fund their lives, because you can't tell me if a senator makes 400 and something $1,000 a year that the first 2 years of them being a senator, they done bought 4 Mercedes Benz, or took a trip here, got a private jet, and own a $20 million house. But you only been a senator for 2 years. So where the money
paying the
come
bills
from?
in that motherfucker.
Right? You see what I'm saying?
That
I'm just
big
saying
ass
that
house. Shout out Grace. What's up? Yeah,
you
bro.
know, I'm just saying we gotta stop looking at it
Yeah, bro. We gotta
and
start
dissecting
pocket
it for
watching, P.
ourselves at some point.
We gotta start pocket watching these motherfuckers, P. For real, bro. For real,
So
bro. I'm
hey,
telling you,
hey,
bro.
why?
We be having our own people on that shit, P. That you know what I'm saying? Them people come
Mhm.
lock us up and be a if you be thinking it be a white boy, it be a motherfucker like this. P, check this out.
Oh, damn! 5-0.
You there! Get out of the truck and put your hands in the air. Stand on one leg. With the tip of your finger, touch the tip of your nose. Now, in a circular motion, rub your stomach and pat your head while saying rubber baby buggy bumpers.
Rubber baby buggy bumpers.
Strike a pose. Now vote. Now walk slowly toward the car.
We didn't even do nothing. Well, you think you tough. You look so tough now, little nigga. Hate you black bastards. You stink. I hate your black skin. I hate your black pants. I hate black pepper. I hate black keys on the piano. I hate my gums because they black. I hate Whoopi Goldberg's lips. I hate the back of Forrest Whitaker's neck. Ah! And most of all, I hate that black-ass Wesley Snipes. Move it!
If that ain't the truth. If that ain't the truth.
Shout out to
And it
Bernie
really be
Mac,
like
one of
that.
the greatest comedians of all time. God damn, boy, that motherfucker know he know how to make a scene, boy. Hey, bro, it is what it is, Peter. That's what we gotta live with too, though. You know what I'm saying? We can't keep looking around that type of shit, right? We can't keep looking around that, because then you're not addressing the problem. Yeah, we want our people up there, but we in these political, positions to do what's best for us. That's the whole thing. But if you're not doing what you need to do, you need to be held accountable just as well as you try to preach to me about is everybody else.
Mm-hmm.
You need to be held accountable. You know what I'm saying? So yeah, P,
I
that's
think
all I have.
I think that's what this thing is too. Bro. Like speaking of the word accountability, I think that's why there's going to be a great deal of pushback, because no one really wants to be held accountable in the government. Like we're gonna keep playing past the buck. No, I ain't had nothing to do with that. I voted for this. Yes, you did, but you also voted for the same. All that
You
shit was in the
also
same
voted
fucking
for
bill.
this. Exactly.
You see what I'm
You
saying?
went
Yeah, I
down and
voted for
hit.
that, but
You went and put exactly what was on that damn paper. That's the crazy part. You know. We can shut it down, bro, whenever you're ready.
man, what happened to Trump?
Shout out to the people.
All right,
Shout
shout
out to
out
the
to
people in the
Brilliant
building.
Teachers, Nola Factor Receive, BD504,
Appreciate y'all. Appreciate y'all.
all
DD504.
all of our great listeners on the rebroadcast. Drop them comments, keep us posted, let us know
On the
what you're
receipts.
thinking. Uh,
Appreciate y'all.
we definitely want y'all to keep coming in, man. And remember, the link is in the comments. If you want to jump up on the show and voice your thoughts with us, always remember to look at the very first comment in the
Ooh,
link.
he
That'll
cutting up.
yeah, they cutting up bad, dog. And I don't know. I don't even know what's going on. But yeah, so folks, remember the link is in the comments. Follow the prompts, create your username, and jump on in. You know, opinions and facts are always welcome. So, you know, definitely
That's what's up.
want to give a shout out to the people. Don't forget to like, subscribe, and share. Tell somebody to tell somebody to tell somebody. You know, let them know about us over here. We trying to bring y'all some good information. Whether I be right or wrong, I will accept being corrected.
Whether I be right or whether I be wrong, I do stand corrected as well. I stand for
All
correction.
right. We all got stuff to learn, man. And everybody, what they say, everyone teach, each one teach one. That's what we about
As
right
long
now,
as
dude.
you're alive, bro, you never stop learning.
That's a fact. So, once again, folks, we are no love. Oh, look at me, about to skip a whole part. Blunt talk, NOLA, people.
On top.
Join us again next week. It's gonna be Chop Track segment. We don't know what he's bringing yet, but we'll
We
hopefully
definitely
have that
posted it.
video
Yes.
about
Yes.
that night
Yes.
war situation with the train tracks. 'Cause, I know that area, and I know them train tracks been down there. They're not tearing up nothing to put nothing down. The fucking tracks is already there, and that area. And if I'm right, that area got several sets of train tracks that's back that way. So it'll definitely be one for the books when we see how they, what these people talking about. Because ain't no way you gonna say they tearing up the people neighborhood and the fucking tracks is already there. All they doing is just uh redoing that specific portion of the track. They're not tearing up the street. You know, they actually fixing the street
Mhm.
from years of decay through the city. So that's another thing that's not
Right.
being talked about. Why they sitting up there talking about stop the grain train? Well, hey, what was on the trains that were coming through there before, right? And I'm talking about in the '90s, late '90s, shit, '80s, '90s, and 2000s.
So,
The train was still rolling through there in 2000 when I still was living down there. I didn't move from down there to 2001. So I don't want to hear that shit. But that's something I'll be glad to get on another topic about. But man, thank y'all for joining us. It's Blunt Talk Nola Sunday edition. I'm your host P. Dot on the spot.
Silent Child 17. Gawson.
I was waiting on you to say that because if you had to say that tonight, I was gonna be upset.
Oh, you like that? That was up.
Yeah.
Shout out to y'all. Appreciate
So
y'all too.
shout out
Definitely.
to everybody, man. Thank y'all. Thank y'all for jumping in. Thank you for your comments. We welcome y'all, and we out of here.
Peace. Shalom.
Peace.
Arrivederci.